That was a remix of Sonic & Knuckles, call it Flying Battery Zone, called Catapult. It is by Beat Drop. It's also found an Aqua remix. And let's go ahead and move on to the podcast here. Back to the three-way podcast. This is Aaron.
This is Sean.
Catherine.
Mike.
And Steven.
And Russell might be joining us late. I haven't heard from him yet. But we have a full house today, more or less.
Yeah, it's not really a three-way, it's more like an orgy going on.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
crazy over here.
It's been a while since we had an orgy.
Right?
Yeah. So anyway...
we don't even need keys for this one.
Okay, so anyway, new feature we want to do on the podcast, now that we actually have some kind of idea what we're doing here. We're going to do a game of the week on Greenlight. Decided to hand that over to Mike. So Mike, what's our game of the week on Greenlight this week?
Well, I was looking, I found this one called Ogre Hills, and it's a free-roaming party-based RPG. And the main focus of the game, unlike most modern games these days, is more on exploring this huge detailed world they give us instead of, just going to kill everything. And yeah, there's still combat and everything, but it's more on the casual side than that's all you're doing the whole game.
So it sounds like something pretty easy to get into, not too hard to, get used to.
Yeah.
Alright.
And you can have a party of 1 to 4 people, and there's a few keeps around the area that you can go take over, and then you have to defend. But other than that, yeah, it's pretty much you just get to explore the world, do whatever's there.
Sounds pretty good. And any idea when that's going to be, released, or is there a demo up for it or anything?
Nope. No demo, no idea when it'll be coming out, but...
but it is on Greenlight, so if it sounds interesting to you guys...
Vote for it now.
Yeah, but vote for it now, because it might go away before it's too late.
So what would you compare it to, kind of, if you had to make a comparison? Or is it kind of one of those games, one of a kind?
Well, the party-based, you remember the old turn-based dungeon crawler ones?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in a way, they're saying it mixes that and the more modern, dungeon crawler ones. I guess Dungeon Siege would be one if you've ever played that.
Oh, I haven't, but I've heard of it, yeah.
You can go through that with a party, or is this your one guy? And, yeah, from the video I saw, it's looking a lot like Dungeon Siege did, only with a more open world that you can just roam around in.
So is it turn-based, or is it more, free?
It's real-time.
Oh, okay, cool.
Now, you said something about there being keeps that you can get and defend, too. And, how do you defend those keeps? Can you, leave people, or...?
Yeah, you are actually supposed to hire mercenaries to defend these keeps you take. And the keeps aren't required. They're just more of a place to be able to respawn at and all that good stuff.
Okay. Because up until that, you said it's called Ogre Hill, which automatically made me think of Ogre Battle from back in the day and how that system kind of worked. But
I was going to say right now, I'm impressed how much research he did in this, 10 minutes. It's hilarious.
10 minutes.
Well, we couldn't find one with a demo.
So yeah, that was our little green light of the week there. And also, if anyone hadn't noticed yet, we also have some new information on social networking stuff. We now have a Steam group. If you want to join that, go right ahead. It's easy to find. It's the E-Vac station on the Steam community page. We also have a forum there where we're posting all of our videos and pretty much anything else we do.
Cool.
And we also now have a Twitter account, which is crazy. Yeah, I know.
You tweet a lot, or?
No, I do follow a lot of the video game developers for news and information, and got some interesting stuff there.
Yeah. And Twitter's one of those things you can get some good blurbs like that really quick, or you can get some really pointless stuff.
Yeah.
It just depends where you look.
I mean, I don't like Twitter at all, but everyone else is using it, so we might as well get our face on it a little bit.
I have one for my comedy thing, and it's the same thing. I never use it. It's just oh, yay.
It's just, I have
I'm
one.
It's there.
I'm so alive.
I just throw tweets out whenever we update stuff, which is new videos and stuff, which is pretty cool.
I haven't even done that yet.
Yeah, because you can only put what is it, 50 characters or something for a tweet?
I
think 150.
Okay, that's still not a lot then.
Yeah.
That's like a text.
Yeah.
We also have a Google Plus page too. We're just everywhere.
Ooh,
cool.
Yeah.
I just got to the Facebook page. Jeez.
Do we have a MySpace page? Are we everywhere? Are we just on that?
I'm gonna just quote
Do you
everyone.
have a Friendster, a high five?
I'm gonna quote everybody who was in high school still probably listening to this saying, "What's a MySpace?"
Tom was my friend.
I feel so bad for Tom. Everyone just left him.
Tom is like, I have no friends.
He's the most depressed person ever. I remember when I was on top. drinks his bottle of Jack.
Tom and Mark Zuckerberg are probably friends on MySpace. And that's cool.
I bet you they're both were a little depressed at first when Google Plus came out, and it's like, okay, it's no big deal. No one's going to it just yet. We still have some time.
Yeah. And then that died too.
I was gonna say, honestly, I've looked at my Google Plus maybe once in the past, year.
Well, I got a
Since
radio
I don't think I've
show.
ever been on there.
I got a radio show, dude, and that guy's been trying to integrate it, like having the live feeds during his recording, and then, in between the segments, you'll have like people on video kind of chatting with us. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's all right. I mean, it's not something I've never really been a fan of video chat so much. It's kind of one of those futuristic things for me. I must be getting old or something, but
Well, at least not video chat with your clothes on.
yeah.
It's got a lot of interesting features, though, and I find it interesting. I just wish they'd be able to be more useful.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like the video chat rooms are kind of interesting. Like, we had a guy from Brazil and then like a guy from China just tuning into our show one day, so it's kind of interesting.
Sorry, she brought up how chat roulette's basically just a bunch of people masturbating.
Oh, that sounds dirty.
Like just
man.
somebody just checking it while you're trying to do your live feed, and then somebody just checks it and they're naked. It's like, how do I fix my computer? It's just like still would take a hand.
Oh,
What am I doing? What am I doing wrong?
Doing it one-handed, that's what's wrong.
Yeah, right.
Aaron's like, I have to do so much editing.
Oh, no, I leave it. My goal is to leave as much in there as possible, but I actually think we're going to record longer today and then just cut out stuff that just seems completely crazy and not worthwhile. So.
I still like to pretend that we can edit, though.
Oh, no, there's actually been some heavy editing. Like in
Makes me feel important.
Yeah,
in the third podcast I put up, actually, there's a bunch of dead silence from this guy and Chris, where I had to edit out at least 10 minutes worth of silence just because they pause for like 2 or 3 seconds in every sentence they speak.
So the three of us aren't here, and it's not so interesting, is it?
So
I don't
are we gonna edit out the part that we talked about editing for editing?
Probably
I think
not.
I think it's entertaining enough. It'll probably be
Just like we're probably going to leave in this whole editing segment.
Right.
I really wish we
It's
had a
very
counter.
meta.
I want to see how many times we said editing during this whole
I
editing.
think there was a counter for I think there was a counter.
Let's make a drinking game.
No, I think there was a counter for Netflix and podcast too. So yeah, every time someone in the podcast said Netflix, it just popped up on screen.
Or no, there was another one.
Robert Downey Jr. was another one. I think.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
With the Robert Downey Jr. movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Or
a
no,
Tony
it's the Tony Stark movie.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Yeah. Robert Downey Jr. made a
Nudist.
cameo.
Nudist was
Nudist.
the other
That came up a
That's
lot
it.
too.
Yeah.
I love how we're reminiscing the second week and only the fourth week.
It's kind of like it's
So many great memories.
Actually,
so long
this is
ago.
week 5 right now.
Oh, this is week 5 now.
Yeah.
Damn it, where have the weeks gone?
We're still
so
a week
old
delayed,
now.
so.
I know.
You're senile.
I know.
I was gonna say we're on like the first episode of the Clerks cartoon where they're like, last time on Clerks.
Previously.
So, speaking of which, you guys have been gone for a few weeks. What you guys been up to?
Saving
June.
saving abandoned orphans in Antarctica, right?
That's true. That's right. Actually, it
Did you
was.
say a band
it
of
was-
orphans? Like
Abandoned.
that have
Well,
instruments?
they had to stick together, so they became a band. Of orphans.
Band of
And
orphans.
make a
so
living somehow.
now it's horrible now because now they're even harder to get to a foster home because they don't want to be separated.
Foster horror.
Foster home,
Horm.
harem,
Foster
harem. I
hormones.
don't know. Foster parents are weird.
So let's do a quick plug real quick. Your comedy show. How's that going?
Oh, it's going good. I've got one this week up in Dubuque, where I'm opening up for the dirtiest comic in Iowa.
That should be
Is what he
interesting,
called
man.
himself. Yeah, he's actually really good. He was over in LA for a while, and I think he wrote for some show on the BBC, which I can't remember right now.
Yeah, that
And,
doesn't surprise me at all. BBC's
yeah.
always dirty stuff.
Yeah.
Are his jokes
Like, they have
dirty,
all
or is
kinds of
he
different things.
like just physically dirty?
Is he like
is he a
No,
hobo or
his
something?
his jokes are
Looks
dirty.
kind of physically
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah, he's not a
Shout out
hobo
to
comedian or
hobos.
anything. Yes, hobos. That's.
I
You
met
don't
like
really
a
have to go
real
to a show
live
for
vintage
that.
hobo one time. That was pretty interesting. Like he had the patch overalls and everything.
Did he have the
Wow.
cool like?
He had the bindle, yeah.
Really?
He had the
That
bindle.
is awesome.
But
I would
he
have tipped him
stunk,
just
too.
for the bindle.
You
And
know,
he stunk.
I've never seen like a real hobo.
No, he was like a vintage IHOP Trains hobo. You know what I mean?
With the gloves, with the fingertips poking
Yeah,
out and
yeah.
everything.
Like I always see the ones like they got like new shoes or a new coat on and all this
Yeah.
stuff. And it's like
Or the
you're not a hobo.
sign that says like something really goofy on it. You're like,
Yeah.
okay.
And it's on the back of like an Amazon box. It's like, wait, where did that get delivered to?
Yeah, I chatted him for a little bit. I gave him
There's
50
no
cents and a
Amazon.
cigarette. He was pretty nice.
Just deliver to the corner of
Yeah,
this
just
street.
deliver it to the corner. I'll be in the corner outside Poncheros.
Alright, so one more.
How will we know who you are? I'm the hobo.
This is my turf.
All right. So one more plug we got to do before we move on is Manga Central. It's a website where you can go to meet other manga artists, manga writers, and whatnot, and just kind of talk over different styles of art, artistry, writing, all that stuff. I totally can't speak right now.
Yeah.
So like they develop like their own. As a manga,
pretty much it helps you meet other people who are in the same medium as you and collaborate on projects.
Yeah. You can make like a storyboard if you get to that point with them and stuff like that.
Storyboards, you can make a full-fledged comic if you want.
Cool.
I think they have. I think the site's ultimate goal is to kind of make its own magazine through the website, but I'm not sure how plans are working on that yet. I'm looking forward to see how they go.
Yeah, it's one of those things that takes time. You just got to get the right people together.
Well, I think they're still looking for a lot of more talented people to join in.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to get more people there.
No offense to the people who are already part of this project.
Oh yeah, we're already part of the project.
We're just waiting for people with more talent. That's all.
We're waiting for a variety of talent.
Oh, okay.
We don't need people with more talent. We need more people with talent.
Oh, okay.
That's a nicer way of phrasing it.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Because, well, I don't know many of these people personally. It's just, maybe some of them have talent, but, well, not too many people are quiet, so,
Yeah, it's a quiet site right now, but I'm hoping it'll pick up soon.
Yeah.
Just,
well, you guys just launched it recently, didn't you?
We didn't launch it, but a friend of ours did, and he's launched it, maybe 3 weeks ago, a month ago?
Oh, yeah, it's not even barely been a month.
it's recent, but...
Oh, wait, is this something local? I thought this was just something you pulled off the internet, like the Greenlight Project.
No, it's actually
okay.
it's actually a guy, a friend of mine I know from Facebook. He messaged me one day, he's like, hey, we're doing this site, you want to join? And I'm like, sure, sounds interesting. And kind of where we're at now.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, basically, we have Russell in?
Yeah, I just heard the door.
All right, well, Mike's getting that real quick.
Hi, Mike. We can hear him jingle all the way.
So anyway, after the first podcast, I remember we were talking about various video games, like I know Bayonetta and Catherine came up because we were talking about that. And since that podcast, I already beat Catherine. That was kind of fun.
I'm sorry.
No, it's actually kind of interesting.
You want me to beat him up for you? I can do
Flagpole, 3 o'clock. Be there.
Actually, in the playground.
I'll see you in the parking lot.
And then there's also Bayonetta I'm still in the middle of. I think Mike's close to beating it, though.
Yeah, I believe I am kind of close to beating it. It's pretty fun, but then I'll probably play through again as whoever the other person is.
I feel like this is just because nobody else can see this, but he's saying I'm really close to beating it as he's gonna walk into the bathroom.
See you in about 20, man.
I feel like this is just a.
This is going to be the most fun podcast ever.
We got a party in here.
All right, so joining us late to the show is Russell. How you doing, Russell?
Not too bad.
You missed a few weeks, too. Where have you been?
School. Lots of school. Lots of papers. Lots of death.
Gotta love that. Lots of
Yeah.
death.
It is midterms this week, so
Yeah.
yay.
I only have
That
one
was
class
fun,
this semester,
exciting.
unfortunately for reasons, and yeah, so I don't have to worry about that right now. But next semester is going
Hate
to
you
be
so much.
Hey, well, hey, I don't have it all easy. Actually, next semester is going to be a pain in the ass because my goal is to graduate this semester, and what you call them, advisors. I couldn't think of what the word was. Whatever.
People who advise you.
Anyway, this one advisor, he told me 2 semesters ago, I am clear to graduate. I can go. I just gotta, I just gotta finish this semester. I'm good. I'm like, okay. So I didn't know this ahead of time, so I'll just take one more semester and just graduate after the end of that.
Yeah.
Because it was too late to register for graduation. So I do all that. I get an email, and the email says, oh, hey, you gotta check your credits and hours and everything, make sure you have enough to graduate. So I look, and I'm like, I should. The guy said I was good to go. I look, and I'm 10 credits short to graduate.
That's advisors for you, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of a huge oversight, though. Like, I mean, there's a difference between, like, 1 or 2, but 10?
10, yeah, a whole fucking semester's worth. Yeah. So I went down a few days after was it 2? It was 2 days after I got that email, and I talked to an intelligent advisor, financial aid guy, because I need some information on whether or not I can get financial aid for one more semester this late in the game. And everything looks like it's going to get squared away, but I mean, this is just a huge waste of time for me.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know. I already graduated 2 years from college, and I can't really afford any more of it, so I'm just kind of not going anymore.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, the way that because I went to a small liberal arts school, and all of our advisors actually worked within our department, but like a couple of years ago when I was looking at jobs at the University of Iowa, they're like, you can work as an advisor, and I'm like, they have people just dedicated to advising. Like, this was something that just blew my mind.
Like, I went to
I'm like, they have nothing to do with the university other than they advise you. Like, they don't teach anything.
That's for just your general education stuff, for like the people with undeclared majors and just like your normal liberal arts stuff. Like for mine, I'm an anthropology major, and my advisor is an actual teacher. So when you have a specified major that doesn't have like, you know, it's specific, you have majors that are teachers.
I was under the impression that the advisors were like grad students, you know, still going through like grad school, but they just spent advising hours here just to kind of, you know.
That's all the TAs. All the TAs are grad students, not advisors.
All I know is like I went to Iowa State to check it out because I wanted to get into computer science, and you know I did the whole day orientation where they buy you lunch and butter you up and do all this and that, and you know it's a great new experience. And then you sit down and start talking numbers. I'm talking to a guy in the psychology department who has nothing to do with computer science trying to sell me to go to Iowa State. I was like, okay, like I can obviously see what's going on here. They wanted to, I pretty much would have to start over, so I was like, nah, I'm just gonna freelance it for a while.
Something like that happened to one of my friends. He was going to a community college back home, and he was going to the police science. It's a 2-year degree, but the court, after like a year or so, he went into an advisor, and like what they had planned out for him was a 5-year. Was saying at 5 years for a 2-year degree.
It's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you $20,000 each year. Yeah,
super senior.
So his head just goes scanners when that happened, because that would blow my mind.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. And that was for police science?
Yeah, 2-year degree.
It takes 5 years.
I guess they
We
wanted
have
him
high
to do
hopes for our
stuff.
police force.
Now-
Train the police well, that's for sure.
I wonder if this kind of happens to people who go for like a doctorate for like, you know, medicine or whatever. Like, okay, I'm gonna go for, you know, the 8 years. It's like, oh no, you gotta go 16.
Yeah. You gotta spend the rest of your life in college.
So what am I actually going to practice?
Well, technically, that's one of those things where you're always learning on the job.
Oh.
Learning on
It's
the
always growing
shit,
and
we should
evolving.
cut that.
Well, they forget because you also have like your residency and all that other shit too, where it actually does take a ridiculously long time.
Oh yeah, my dad graduated from college in 1968. He didn't start really practicing medicine until 1981 because of going to med school, his residency, and then like another internship. I'm just like, so it takes you 13 years.
Or like
to
they'll
actually
push you
get
out the
to
door
something.
with your degree, and then you go to apply for a job and you need at least like 1 or 2 years of experience to get on
Yeah.
anywhere. It's like, how do I get experience? I already
Yeah,
was in school
exactly.
4 years.
That's how I ended up here. Is that no boarding school would hire me without a lot of experience. I'm like, I have experience teaching middle school and college, and they're like, but none teaching high school.
Sorry, Ted.
But you mash those two together.
Right.
How hard
It's
is
like
that
I
for high
taught
schoolers?
8th graders. I taught 8th graders who are basically freshmen in high school, and I taught freshmen in college who are basically seniors in high school. It's the same thing.
See, I honestly think like teaching kindergarten would be harder than teaching like high school.
Yeah.
Or, like,
I
college.
don't know, because
I
some of
don't
those
know,
high
it's-
schoolers are complete assholes.
But
whereas-
kindergartners get nap time.
I can deal with assholes. I can't deal with like literal assholes, like children literally shitting on me. I cannot.
Like throwing books at you and
Yeah.
spitballs.
You got to make sure, you keep them interested. Otherwise, they're just going to like go piss on the window.
Yeah.
I don't know what kids do these days.
Oh, yeah, we used to do that back in middle school.
In middle school.
I do that now.
My students
piss on the
piss
window,
all
straight
over
past
those, you know.
Take the garbage out of the cans and just shove the whole bag in the toilet and keep flushing it. Have fun cleaning that up, janitor.
Oh god, I remember stupid shit like that. Or just like, you just take the toilet paper and you just shove as much as you can in the toilet and you just flush away.
Needless to say, I was hanging out with the wrong crowd in middle school. According to
Well, you've come a long way, haven't you?
yeah, you can say that.
I always liked my janitor in elementary school. He was a Dolphins fan, just like me. So.
You know what's funny? Dolphins fans are like a nomadic clan. You only see like 2 or 3 in every town, but they're all over the place. You know,
Yeah.
they're all scattered.
Yeah.
Like my brother's a Dolphins fan. Everyone's like, "You're a Dolphins fan, dude? What
Yeah,
are you doing in
exactly.
Iowa?"
Like people say that to me too. And it's like, well, I'm not gonna fucking like the Bears or the Packers.
Or you'll say, "What was it? 1973's perfect season, or was it
73 or 74?
Yeah,
can't
it's
remember.
always their comeback when they're like, "Man, the Dolphins suck." 1974 perfect season,
Yeah.
baby.
That's actually my favorite Chuck Norris joke. Chuck Norris invented his own time machine to go back in time and impregnate an entire convent of nuns. That nunnery ended up giving birth to the entire 1974 Miami Dolphins team.
Very nice. Nice.
Wow.
Chuck Norris jokes.
Chuck Norris.
We've only been 5 podcasts into this, and we're already going down to Chuck Norris jokes. I heard one recently, though, or something similar to that, where it's like, why does no one ever make Bruce Lee jokes, and he's clearly better than Chuck Norris? Because Bruce Lee's not a joke.
He ripped Chuck Norris's chest hair out and Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's why I don't joke about Bruce Lee.
That's right. Man, he was so badass, he would come back from the grave just to haunt you and kick your ass.
And rip out your chest hair.
Yes, exactly.
But that's all he's going to do, just rip out the chest hair. He'll be doing something with that.
That's all it takes to kill you.
God, I don't even have any chest hair, and I'm getting sympathy pains.
I have like one of those little soul patches that just grows in like that. It's like 4 hairs.
See, I got it everywhere, and it hurts anywhere.
He's got a bearskin rug.
I feel your pain.
Oh yeah.
So, new releases this week, just going on a different subject here. We have XCOM and Dishonored coming out this week. Dishonored is by Bethesda, and XCOM... Who are those guys?
Bethesda made Dishonored?
Yeah. I forget who made XCOM, but I know that's a pretty long-range series, turn-based strategy games, so...
Okay. Yeah, well, what are they about?
I don't know the full story about either one of them. I'm not too familiar with...
I just know the names.
Dishonored's a new IP entirely. And
Okay.
I'm not familiar with anything about XCOM. I just heard about it.
Well,
so.
Dishonored's like that Yakuza gang.
No,
video
Dishonored
game.
is a whole new world.
It's a kind of... like, Assassin's Creed, but more...
Magical.
in the future,
Oh,
I
okay.
guess.
Yeah.
Kind of
Well, see, that was
steampunk-ish,
Yeah,
I
I was gonna
guess.
say it's like there were aspects of it that seemed kind of like Victorian, like the guns and stuff like that. For it seemed very kind of old, but then there was like this element of magic to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's
Like,
that as
and-
well.
Yeah, like it had a thing for bullet time, which I guess every game has to have now.
So, did
it's a
you guys
rule.
play that?
Max
new
Payne made it a rule.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys play the new Max Payne yet? I know it's been out for a while, but did anybody ever check that out?
I haven't tried that yet.
I've seen a few
I heard good
videos,
things about it,
and
yeah.
it looks hilarious, just with diving onto everything.
Oh, dude, the first 2 are awesome. I remember those
I hear
two.
the biggest issue right now is just that the character is always so dang depressing the entire way through. It's
That's what I've noticed, like, over the past 10 years of video games. They're really...
getting gloomy.
Yeah, it's, like, really gloomy and dark and awesome graphics and, like, cheesy
I'll
one-liners.
show them like Mario and Sonic, and there's happy smiles all over the
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, whoever invented this game had to be on drugs or something, man. You know what I mean?
You know, I want
Or
to play a
just
game
more
where we're
depressed.
just the main character depresses you the entire game.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we played games like that.
The game is
Pretty sure.
awesome and everything, but just like the main character, like what he says, how he acts,
Just like, shut up.
his personality is he's just
Eeyore.
kind of quiet and depressing.
Spider-Man
like
3
Eeyore.
Eeyore.
Right.
Oh!
That works.
Shout
Swish.
out to Spider-Man.
I don't know. I like going through my PlayStation 3 dynamic themes and getting to like, oh, Sonic, and Sonic's running around and being happy, and then go to Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
And it's just like, blah.
That's another game that's pretty
Heavy
cool.
Rain, that's the person I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
That game's... I never checked it out, but it looked pretty cool.
The graphics are awesome. The
was a-
gameplay itself is just depressing.
I
Yeah.
actually
I like that.
just watched an entire let's play of it through YouTube. There's this one group I check out. 2 best friends play. They were doing the whole game.
Shout out to them guys.
Shout out to those guys. And the ending, in my opinion, is just they did the good ending where Ethan saves his kid and whatnot. Because there's multiple
Spoilers.
endings. Well, there's multiple endings. I've split one of the many endings.
Yeah.
So I
There's
said
like 10 of them, isn't there, or something like that?
there's quite a bit.
Yeah.
And they played for that ending, and I gotta admit, the ending, in my opinion, is terrible overall, just because I think the killer being who it is, I'm not gonna spoil that at least. I just don't believe that at all, because it doesn't make any sense, because during the game, because I'm gonna spoil this part, you can play as said character, but when the character's doing internal monologues to kind of deduce who the killer is, like, you are the killer! You know who you are! Why are you trying to figure this out?
Like it would have been better if they could have veiled that. And
It would have been better if he had at least said he had amnesia.
Maybe he had
Or
multiple
an evil
personalities. Come on.
That's like the one excuse, but it's almost like they threw you a smoke trail, just throw you a smoke trail so you'd never guess until the end, and it's like, what? You know what I
It's
mean?
just a red herring.
But I do know I do know they had some sections cut from the
Freddie
game.
Jones.
Like in the game, Ethan talks about how when in some of his blackouts he sees drowning and dead bodies and everything.
Mm-hmm.
There were actually sections in the game where you'd be swimming through like really deep rooms of water with just dead bodies floating everywhere
That'd be awesome.
during those supposed blackout scenes. But they cut those out last
swimming in
minute
there.
for reasons. I don't know what.
Probably Muller's against drunk driving or something.
Maybe.
They got mad.
So all those dead bodies, drunk drivers, drove off.
Drunk drivers.
Totally. Shout out to drunk drivers, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned Twisted Metal on one of the first couple of podcasts, and I mean that just has a sick and nasty storyline, like the new one does. It's just like it's difficult for me to watch some of the cutscenes, not because they're like gory or gruesome. I can watch that, but like
the way they like did them too, it's like it's really creepy.
Right? Oh, it's just
Like Sweet Tooth was pretty good, and then.
And I don't like clowns.
Well, the one thing I didn't like too though on that one was the old game. The guy on the motorcycle, Mr. Grimm.
Yeah.
He was like skull and crossbones, like Ghost Rider looking guy. Why is he like black all of a sudden with like tribal painting and stuff?
Right? Yeah.
Why did like Ghost Rider sue him so they couldn't like use that image anymore? You know what I mean? Like, and his story is a lot cooler.
Spoiler alert!
Wouldn't surprise me at all, honestly.
Yeah. Then he was like, his story was just like him complaining about how he has daddy issues. So, like the old game, Mr. Grimm was like a cannibal that like ate his ex-comrade, and it's like really like dark and like whoa, But
speaking of lawsuits, I need to bring that up actually.
Let's do the rundown.
What do you mean? Segway's not just a thing that you ride?
But no, I just recently read this article saying that with the release of Halo 4 coming up, and I actually posted this on the Facebook page. With the release of Halo 4 coming up, Microsoft's going to prevent anyone from getting money off Halo-based videos. So the option to monetize on YouTube, for example, you can't do it with anything Halo in it.
So does that mean Red vs. Blue is dead?
They have a contract with Microsoft, so I think they're safe. But everyone else who has any like machinima or Let's Plays or walkthroughs or achievement guides, done.
See, I think that's wrong. I think that's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get for pushing for original content, but I mean, these guys do a pretty decent service for people. Like, if they get stuck in a game or if it's just for fun.
Or like, why don't you let your customers make the original content kind of when they do it like that? You're kind of taking that aspect away.
Well, plus with the Forge mode, you can make your own game types in them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a way to show it off. Like, hey, check out this YouTube video of our new game type. Download it and have some fun.
Yeah, that's how Gripball is made.
Videos,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
advertising.
Like, that's what I was going to say, though, too, is that when you allow the users to make up a lot of content, it does actually add a lot to the games. Because there's many times where they actually improve upon the games. Like you said, Grifball, or even in other venues, like with the Juggernaut in X-Men 3. You know, that whole, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch, that was originally an internet thing, and they saw it, and they liked it so much that they put it in the movie.
Yeah.
So that kind of takes away from the actual experience.
Or even some games, like, were made strictly off mods made by the community, like...
all Valve games.
Original Team Fortress was made from a Counter-Strike mod.
Yeah. Which is made from a Half-Life mod, which is made from a Quake mod.
Yeah. It's bizarre, man.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, when the hell is Half-Life 3 ever going to come out, man? I might mark my calendar, but I'm waiting for that.
Shout out to Half-Life 3.
Give it
Shout
about
out to
12
Week
years
3
or something,
podcast.
you know.
I was reading this joke. They're like, yeah, Valve doesn't know how to count to 3. All the games they make just go up to 2, and then they stop.
We'll wait till we see Portal 3 and Left 4 Dead 3. Once those come out, then we can actually start complaining, saying, hey, you can count to 3. Come on, write it out.
Yeah.
Well, that's what was bizarre, dude. Like, they made Left 4 Dead 1, and then like a year later they made Left 4 Dead 2. Did anybody notice that? And I was like, wow, they really came out with the sequel quick on that one. Usually it takes them like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, then they did a bunch of DLC for it really like quick and everything.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
And they got 2 new campaigns for it. Then they brought in all the old campaigns from the first game.
Yeah,
they have
that's
a new
cool.
one coming out this past few weeks.
Death Toll is always my favorite.
I liked. Was Death Toll one with the church guy?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is my favorite one.
And then you start out on that like 4th chapter on the roof just sniping everybody. That part is the best part. But
I was like, that starts, and you're just in a hurry, and then you forget, if you jump off, you just like break your leg.
then you fall over.
Every time we play that game, every time you drop down just too high, and you take like 1 point of damage, but it sounds like your ankles just snapped. It's like, Jesus, it's terrible. Let's do it again.
Bad.
But going back to the thing we're talking about, the Halo 4 thing, this actually reminds me of an old Nintendo thing that happened a few years ago, where when Pokemon Black and White was first coming out, fan sites were actually showing up images of the new Pokemon coming out saying, hey, look at this, it's going to be cool, we're going to play this and it'll be awesome. Mm-hmm. And then Nintendo would contact these sites saying, hey, these are our Pokemon, these are our images, you cannot put these out until the game's released. And it's like, they're generating interest for your game, and there's no way they can spoil it without any actual information, so why are you guys so mad?
That's what's so cool about the internet. Like, you can get away with anything on the internet, pretty much. Like, if someone has a secret and they don't want anybody exposing it, like, the internet is the place where you can find the secret to get it exposed. You know what I mean?
You're going to find someone where someone already knows that secret.
It could be a shady site with a bunch of, like, Trojan viruses and stuff, but you can still at least find one, you know what I mean? So, it's kind of cool, because it's like, people like that can't really hide too much stuff from you, and like the public, sometimes it's cool to know about it.
It also takes away a lot of the speculation, and that's fun too. Because like with the Pokemon thing, if they're putting up the Pokemon, you can just like sit there and guess on which type it is, and like you said, that generates interest and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I was way more interested in the game before it came out, because then after I started playing, I'm like, this is a really crappy version of the game. I miss the 4th generation so much more.
I heard they actually had like a story they're trying to put into it too, like Pokemon getting abused with feelings and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
Pokemon have feelings?
Yeah. Pokemon have feelings?
Actually, I just remember now you bring it up, there's actually a new PETA game that just came out making fun of not making fun of Pokemon, but using it as like their message. It's called Pokemon Black and Blue version.
Oh, really?
God,
Yeah.
Still around?
Yeah, PETA's still around. Shout out to PETA, by the way.
I just saw that episode of South Park with Mr. Garrison. Get out of here, PETA! Just like spraying that mace at him. Like comes into the classroom. I love that part.
Marrying goats.
Yeah, there is so much about PETA I did not know until maybe a year ago when I saw this one video. You probably know which one it is. The movie Bob talks about PETA episode.
No.
Oh, you didn't see that one yet?
No.
Oh, no, you've got to see that one. That was released shortly after the Tanuki game, where they had Mario in a Tanuki suit covered in blood and everything. But yeah, he was talking about how all these terrible things about PETA, like, they're actually like, factual, and some of it's based off the information from its own website.
Mm-hmm. It's
crazy stuff. I don't want to get too much into it. It's pretty dark and creepy.
PETA?
You don't want that shout out to turn against us.
I don't want shout out turn against us.
Because if there's one thing we know, it's that they're crazy bastards.
They are very crazy.
Yes,
Very
probably kill us.
Mm-hmm. And they can
That's what
find
we know.
us.
Dun dun dun.
It's PETA. They'll find us.
We're gonna
Yeah,
walk out
right.
and someone's gonna throw red paint.
We're totally in New York. They can't find us. It's a big city.
Yeah, because we haven't just mentioned Dubuque or Iowa State this podcast yet.
Whatever.
They forgot already.
Or, you know, one of the multiple things we're on doesn't link to something that says where we are.
I'm gonna go ahead and just bleep out all that information. You're not gonna know where we're at.
Look, could have edited it.
We are in Cedar Rapids, the armpit of the world.
Yeah.
The
City
place
of Five
where when they
Smells.
made a
Find
movie
us
out of
there.
it, they didn't even shoot it there.
Oh, so we saw a new movie this week, didn't we?
Yeah,
Taken 2.
Taken 2.
What'd you think of it?
Oh, you saw
I thought it was
Taken
pretty
again?
good. I mean, it wasn't as good as the first one, but you know, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty cool.
First one was definitely head and shoulders above the second one, in my opinion.
I heard it did better than the first one.
You mean like box office wise?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up actually.
Well,
I'm kind
I
of
wouldn't be
curious.
surprised, honestly.
Because you know, like the first one came out, maybe some
I know
people
some
didn't
of
see it
it's
right
actually good.
away.
Yeah.
But then they saw it on DVD, and you know, like, oh my
Yeah.
god, this shit's amazing.
All the hype built up too. So.
Yeah.
Box
I
office
mean, that was
mojo.
one of those things that like when it first came out, I had not heard of it, and then like
Yeah.
Facebook like blew up with it, and it's just like, oh, I gotta see this.
Oh, here it
Yeah.
is. Showdowns, Taken 2 versus Taken. I got a couple Liam Neeson movies here. Let's see. Gross budget. That much. Show opening day numbers. I mean,
So you said you were playing
Rebel,
Soul
Rebel.
Calibur. What do you think of that? Soul Calibur 5.
Yeah, I know. I like it. I only played it for about 10 minutes between work and work.
Is that like your favorite fighting game then? If you had to pick one?
I like Soul Calibur a lot. It may be my favorite. It was definitely my favorite when I was younger, like when I was in high school.
Yeah. So have you played them all then, or?
I don't even know. I mean, I think I probably did not play 1 and 2. I played an arcade version, and then
Yeah.
3 is.
I remember
when-
playing that at the arcade.
Yeah.
Mhm.
3 is when I actually got like a PlayStation and could play things.
Taken 2 actually did do better, by the way. Just put it out there.
Well,
FYI.
Tangents are fun.
Well, that's the thing is that like the only reason I saw the first Taken is because I love Liam Neeson, and I was just like, Liam Neeson as an action star, shit, I'll go see that.
Totally.
But then this one, I just heard, like Sean and I were talking about this the other day, that I think we both independently heard that it's the same movie, just with like a different person gets taken.
Well,
Kinda.
Or
It's
it
more
might-
or less like revenge from the first movie, isn't it?
Yeah, the premise is pretty much the families of the kidnappers in the first movie don't like how Liam Neeson dealt with things.
Well, no.
Well, he killed everybody. I'm pretty sure family would be
I don't
upset
like
with
that.
that.
I don't like it.
So they
It
were
would have been
wildly
okay
upset.
if he killed them with an ice pick, but since he killed them with the knife that was in a pig, no.
Right. So they
Here
weren't too
comes
happy with
PETA.
that whole
PETA.
shit. They weren't too happy with Liam Neeson's shenanigans the first time around. So like, you know what? We got to set things right. So they get all together. They get some of the worst thugs in the entire movie industry I've ever seen. They're pretty bad thugs. And
They're pretty scary.
What? No Dana Trejo.
yeah, they all get together and they go meet Liam Neeson in some Middle Eastern country because apparently they knew his flight schedule.
Mhm.
And they proceed to kidnap him
They
and his
Facebook
wife,
stalk him.
ex-wife.
They
ex-wife.
Facebook
And-
stalk him.
well, actually, yeah, you're right. They didn't take his daughter.
Yeah, they tried to. that didn't work out so well.
Yeah, he kind of he dealt with them the same way he did like everyone in the first.
Now,
They
Like
did
a
not
ninja?
Facebook stalk. He just tweeted when he was getting into what his flight number was. I'm just saying.
people do that too much.
They found him on Foursquare.
Right.
That's what
Check
it was.
into random airport in the Middle East. All right.
Check into the airport. What are you doing here? Dropping off ex-wife. Thugs check in. Kidnapping Liam Neeson's ex-wife.
You just checked in with Liam Neeson. 3-point bonus.
Yeah.
Technology has
He's
evolved
the
so
mayor.
much these days.
He's the mayor of Tehran International Airport.
But like going into Taken 2 a little bit, like I thought, and he's gonna argue with me on this one a lot. But I thought it was a pretty stupid movie. Because it was a fun action movie. I'm not gonna say it was terrible, but it was stupid fun because there was one scene where he's trying to figure out where he is in relation to his daughter because he's trying to have her bring him a weapon to get him out of there. And so he's like, "See this suitcase with my grenades in it? Throw a grenade out into the city, and I'm gonna listen for the for its sound. I'm gonna try to figure out how far away I am from counting seconds and whatnot." He's pretty much using echolocation with grenades. And I'm sitting here thinking,
genius.
you know, in most places, blowing up a bunch of buildings just to find out where you're at is probably not the best way to figure out where you're at.
He was
It's only
just
a
in
grenade.
Battleship.
Like she
I'm
couldn't
just
just
saying.
shout. Like that wouldn't work.
Well,
He's underground.
Oh,
so.
he's underground. Okay.
for one, it's only a grenade.
3 grenades. There was 3 grenade sheets.
But he did tell her to throw it, somewhere where it wouldn't hurt anybody.
But it's still throwing it and damaging a hell of a lot of
I always
property.
defended
Yeah.
it.
I mean, it's,
Well,
buildings.
The only thing
blowing
I really
up,
saw
make rubble.
got damaged was a car, and that thing just got.
And they didn't show the other 2 explosions, so we don't know what got damaged.
They didn't
Hey.
show those explosions because those are the explosions that killed people.
Well, yeah, she
That's
didn't
why.
really
No, they
spend
kill
much time
animals.
looking around.
He killed animals.
And PETA would be pissed.
And they don't want to
Pissing
make
off
PETA
PETA,
angry
mate.
either.
Pissing off PETA.
By the way, when we were talking the other day about it being PG-13, turns out the other one was too. I didn't know that.
Huh.
I'm surprised.
That's true because they didn't say fuck at all. You can
Yeah.
apparently only say that once in a PG-13 movie.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Only once. I
I
thought it was
learned that
never.
for Be Cool
Yeah.
with John Travolta.
Nice.
That's, yeah.
Just get it out of the way. Movie starts. Fuck.
Yeah.
Someone likes right at the screen. That's the last time you'll hear that.
I'm pretty sure we
Yeah.
said it more than once, though, so we're totally out of PG-13 podcast.
I'm pretty sure they were all me too.
Yeah.
So-
No, he
We're
said
in
it
a teen
once.
right
Okay,
now.
good.
Aaron, at some point you
High
said
five.
dang instead of damn, so
I
I think
did
that
say dang. That was
takes.
fine.
I know you like pause and you're like dang. I'm just
I
like,
don't know why I did that. I just
Dang.
did it.
So yeah, I'm getting used to being
Dang.
nerdy for the show this weekend.
Nice.
So, I gotta catch up to Don.
We can throw some mud on you, that'll help.
I don't know, but if somebody could make me a bindle, that would be awesome.
I'm your man, dude. I'll go forage for sticks.
Okay, we'll go to Joanne's Fabrics and see if we can get one of those.
I gotta get you a red.
bandanas.
I gotta get you a red one with white polka dots. That's what a true bindle has.
That's right. That's right.
wow. On that note, anyone else see any good movies recently?
Did we see something else a few days ago before that?
We did see Dread.
We talked about
did
the last
talk
time.
about
Oh my god, why?
Other than that, we didn't see anything.
I
that
was supposed to go see Looper a couple nights ago.
I really want to see
But-
it.
I
Wasn't
was
that
running
Saturday?
late.
Wasn't that Saturday?
Yeah, that was
Yes.
Saturday. I get there. We get the movie starts at 9:50. I get at their house at 9:50. We go to the movie theater, and right when we pull up, the lady's locking the door on us.
Oh.
So I didn't get to see Looper. I
I
cried.
can just imagine her staring you down from the parking lot. You get like within 3
She's like,
steps.
no.
Click.
Oh, dude, she hopped out of her car right when we did. She ran up to that door and locked it. She was like on a mission. I was like, what?
I'm gonna
Wait,
lock
she
you
was
up.
in her car before she went in the
Yeah, I
lock
was like,
it.
it's a fat
Probably
security lady.
got the key out there.
Did she forget like her afterward doobie or something like that?
Maybe, I don't know.
She was like, shit, I forgot to lock it.
Oh, damn
She's
it.
probably twiddling her hands after.
Yes,
after
like, I
the-
can't wait for this to happen.
This
It'll
is
be
why
like
I
a
love my
race. I'll
job.
give them false hope. Maybe you can beat me.
She just waits for someone that's like, yes.
How much about after you guys walked away? She's like, haha, you're too slow.
Can't catch
And
me.
then just to mess with you, once you got in your car, she unlocked it again.
Yeah, I was just kidding. I was away.
Just kidding.
And
Most
she's
JK,
shouting
come back.
at me. She's shouting at you. Wait, I was just kidding. Okay, good, they're gone.
But yeah, I felt pretty cool after that. Steven was the asshole for the night. Ruined Christmas.
Totally ruined Christmas.
You've ruined Bruce Willis. Damn it.
I still want to check that one out too. Is there something else coming out this week at all, or is it just Looper from the last couple weeks?
I don't know anything coming out. I
don't know.
There's a few movies that we were going to.
Supposedly-
I don't know if it came out, but I really want to see Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah, that looks
Just
good.
because, well,
It's
I mean,
been out.
it's been out, but it's Gendy Tartakovsky, the person who was responsible for like my entire favorite childhood shows, Samurai Jack, Dexter's Lab.
Oh, he made that
Girls.
Is he behind all that stuff?
You're like,
Put that on the side of my head.
I watch girl shows.
That was not a bad show.
What? You are a girl. You can say that with pride.
I always thought it was weird how they made their hands though. in
I
that
would never
show.
date someone who did not watch
They're
those
just like
shows.
stumps.
Two globs. They can grab whatever they
How do
want.
they do anything?
There are a couple big movies coming out this week, actually. Argo, which is that
Ben
Middle
Affleck.
Eastern one that
Yeah.
they send the guys over there to make
I wanna see that
fake a
one.
movie or whatever. Yeah, that was pretty good. And the other one's coming out that I think is going to be really fun is Seven Psychopaths. That's Christopher Walken.
Oh, I saw. a preview
Oh
for
yeah, I
that.
want to
Isn't
see
that-
that one.
Is that with the little dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah,
But I like the one scene where the guy's got a gun to Christopher Walken.
So?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to shoot you.
No.
I don't care.
That doesn't make sense. Deal with it. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait for me to see that one.
I will.
Yeah.
Apparently, coming to a theater near here is also Here Comes the Boom. Which
Yeah,
is
that's
a
on
I want to
too.
see that.
What
That
is
looks
it?
awesome. It's basically Kevin James, and Kevin James is awesome if you ignore Paul Blart. But he's a school teacher, and when he finds out that the funding for his school gets cut, like all the arts funding, so music, art, after school sports programs, and all this other stuff get cut for his inner city school, he decides he watches an MMA fight, and the guy gets paid $10,000 to lose. Like, he lost, and he still gets $10,000.
Oh yeah.
So he gets the brilliant idea, I wrestled in high school, I can do MMA. So it's him trying to become an MMA fighter to save the arts programs at the school he teaches at.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, and
hey,
he just
hey,
fails
hey.
miserably.
Yeah.
It also has-
And, like, he goes in with, like, the wrestling outfit, with, like, the fake, like,
the
WWE
luchador
style.
mask.
The Hulk Hogan slitted shirt and everything.
Yeah, to go to an MMA fight.
The streamers on his arms.
Hey, the Fonz also happens to be in
Yes,
that
the
movie.
Fonz.
The
is
Fonz is
that.
in it.
Fonz.
Oh
but,
man.
but Henry Winkler just kind of really sold his soul, and he's in everything.
Yeah.
That's kind of true.
Like, he's in like a couple scary movies. Wait, not scary movies. It was Scream that was his name.
He was in
Yeah.
the screen. He was also in a music video for a band called Say Anything.
What?
And the song
Oh,
song was all about phone sex. And the main lyric of the song was, she called me on the phone and she touched herself and I laughed myself to sleep.
Hey, look, guys, there's Henry Winkler.
Yeah,
by
and
the
then there's
way.
Henry Winkler and he's even in there going, I don't know. Like he's shaking his head with his arms up going, I don't know.
I just need money for groceries next week.
Hey, Henry
This is
Winkler.
my booze money.
Henry Winkler gotta eat. Just saying.
All those jukeboxes I hit had to be repaired.
Wait, Henry Winkler's dead?
No.
No,
Oh, they just said he died. What'd you just say?
no, I said he gotta eat.
I was like, oh.
It's like a lot of Sam Jackson movies give me the reaction of Sam Jackson gotta eat.
Gotta bring home the bacon.
Although he does do awesome stuff like the go the fuck to sleep.
Yeah,
That is
that's true.
true.
And the Avengers.
Oh, that too. I mean,
Woo! Shout out to Avengers.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, I saw that movie recently, finally.
Really?
Bad.
So what do you think?
it wasn't bad.
Best part is when, who's the main evil guy again?
Loki.
Loki.
Oh yeah, I know that part.
He comes up to the Hulk and he's like, "Oh my god!" And he just like smashes him to the concrete. And he just lays there. Like,
That's everybody's favorite
Yeah.
scene.
Actually, my favorite scene still has to do with the Hulk. But he's like, "You want to know my secret? I'm always angry." And then he just punches the thing.
In the face.
Yeah,
It's-
that's
it's
my
instant.
favorite scene.
My
That's
favorite one,
scene.
honestly, is the part where the Hulk is trying to lift up Thor's hammer and can't. 'Cause
Yeah.
It really just sinks in that, hey, they're doing this authentically. This is
Yeah.
a really good job. And it's just cool to see him like not be able to pick up something.
Because didn't in one of the Hulk verses, didn't they actually allow Hulk to pick up the hammer, but he couldn't use it very well?
There have been a few changes into the canon where
Yeah.
he's been able to pick up a couple times, but it doesn't make any sense.
Well,
No, I don't think he should
usually
be
from
able
what I
to.
know, it's like he can lift it, but just like barely.
Yeah.
But I like the Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes cartoon where he actually said, "I can't lift it, only he could lift it." You know.
Yeah.
I always thought it was funny how you could spin around his head like a helicopter and fly away with it.
Of course,
That was always ridiculous.
It's like that North Carolina "Come On and Raise Up" song.
Going back to movies, the movie that I think is going to ruin my seventh book of my favorite book of my seventh grade year is coming out this weekend.
out.
Yeah.
Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's just gonna ruin my.
That's the thing. There's
childhood.
only one movie I can say that was better than the book, and that was Forrest Gump. Definitely Forrest
There was
Gump.
a
I never read the book.
Yeah, everyone's like, "There's a book about Forrest Gump." Yes, there is, and I read
I
it.
mean, I knew there was a book. It's just I've never read it, so I'm just gonna agree with you. Say it's better.
Yeah.
It's like the book. He's like in outer space, like talking to monkeys.
Yeah, I remember
and,
that.
He's in like an African headhunting tribe. It's like really off the wall.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Forrest Gump goes into space in the book.
Yeah,
Please tell me
yeah,
he
they
at
cut that
least
stuff
like got
out.
to pee and all that kind of stuff.
yeah. It's
That
pretty.
stuff
It's
is-
pretty off the wall compared to the movie. The movie's like pretty good though. It's like
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs. You can watch it 10 times and still miss something. You know what I mean?
Well, Tom Hanks is pretty good delivering some good movies too.
Yeah,
Like, you know, he's got
yeah.
some upcoming soon called Cloud Atlas. That looks pretty good.
That
Oh,
does
yeah, I've
look
heard
pretty
that.
good.
Never heard of
How old
that,
is Tom
actually.
Hanks now? Is he like 60?
Summer Days.
He's probably in his 50s. I think that he's making another Dan Brown movie. I think he's doing the Lost Symbol
Oh,
movie
man.
where he's Robert Langdon yet again with the Nicolas Cage haircut.
Nice.
Can't they just hire Nicolas Cage to do it?
Yeah, I saw.
He did the
No.
National Treasure movies, right?
Nobody
He could
wants
do
Nicolas
this.
Cage.
I like Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
He's actually kinda
Disney
fun.
wants
He's okay
Nicolas
in
Cage.
some
Disney
movies.
loves Nick Cage right now.
Disney.
I hate
Disney absolutely loves Nick
Have you
Cage.
guys seen that movie Disney made about the plant child, the green plant?
I
guy?
have not. I've heard seen trailers for
That looks pretty. That looks like a pretty weird Disney movie.
What's it
yeah.
called?
I don't remember. It's like these family like finds a kid out in their like garden or something, and he's like a half tree, half
Type in green
kid.
plant
He's like a
child.
kid, but he,
Di-
like.
Disney Green Plant Child.
But I don't know if he like photosynthesizes and needs like got to water him. I don't really get it. It looked pretty weird for a Disney
Huh.
movie. That's what, like this is a Disney movie. Like it's pretty. Seems kind of dark. You know what I mean? It's just weird.
Bear in mind that Invader
Dude,
Zim was
let's
on
look up
Nickelodeon
Disney.
first.
Oh,
Uh,
Yeah, but Invader Zim is awesome.
that's what I'm saying is that Invader Zim was very much not a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
was
yeah.
on Nickelodeon first.
Which is weird. I saw this thing. They're trying to do like this sitcom called Nick Mom,
Yeah.
where she
oh.
does like this stand-up comedy thing. It's on Nick Jr. of all things, and she's doing a stand-up comedy joke where she's like, first of all, just never tell a woman that you think she's pregnant. I don't care if she's crowning. You never tell her that you
Right.
think she's
It's on Nick
pregnant.
Jr.
Well,
Yeah, it's
that's
on
what-
Nick
Like
Jr.
on
That's what
face?
it looks like.
on her face
Yeah,
back?
I remember Face.
Is he still
Hi
around in
there,
it?
Face here. But yeah, but I mean, like Nick Jr.'s like you think 10 and under. There's no kid who's gonna know what crowning is.
Mommy,
They're gonna
what's
think
crowning?
It's a wrestling move where he gets punched in the head.
But I'm wondering
Google it.
if it's pandering,
Google
pandering
it,
to the
son.
moms who have to watch Nick Jr. with their small
That
children.
might be, but even still, you think that the moms would be like, "You're not watching this."
Some of the kids shows on TV. I don't know if they're as weird as they were when I was growing up, but they're pretty weird now. There's like a Barney impersonation, it was like Barney, but the guy was called Hip Hop Harry, and he was like a bear. That,
I
like,
think I know that. I remember that.
that's like
one.
big like high top shoes and stuff.
Hippopotamus.
they definitely were weird back
Hippopotamus.
when we were kids, but a different kind of weird. Like in Invader Zim, that was a dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, or like Ren and
It's-
Stimpy and
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ren and
Ren and
Stimpy.
Rocko's Modern Life is
Real
good.
Monsters.
Rocko's. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
classic
Yeah,
too,
it was
man.
all really dark, and you
Mhm.
don't see that anymore.
Or like
There you
Rugrats.
go.
If you like watch Rugrats now, like remember the old parent counselor that come in? His name was Dr.
Dr.
Lipshit.
Lipshit.
Yeah, Lipshit.
Yeah, you think about it like, oh, Lipshit's like this. You know what I mean? You put two and two together. It's funny, but
And then
yeah.
you got shows like SpongeBob. It's like there's nothing.
Yeah, which is just dumb.
There's no undertones to
remotely
the story. It's just one straightforward lame comedy show.
My
Yeah.
students would argue with you about that. They argue with me about how profound SpongeBob is.
Tell them to come at me. I'll bring it
Because
up.
the,
No,
because
what I
the
do-
fun song is really just
Is I
It's so
steer them.
depth.
I steer them to watch Phineas and Ferb
Which
because
is
Phineas
awesome.
and Ferb is just
That-
an
that's
awesome
pretty
show.
good.
Actually, there's actually a couple new ones that I like, and I like them just because they're more intelligent.
What's the one you
Good
showed me
show.
the other day? With
Gravity Falls.
yeah.
Yeah, like I think
one's
that
really
one's
good.
fantastic, and that was actually kind of smart too. But because there's a joke where they're in the last episode I saw where the guy's he's trying to be more manly, so he goes to these. He finds a minotaur and he's like, "Are you a minotaur?" "No, I'm a manitar." And, like he questions his manliness because he refuses to teach him how to be a man. He's like, "I guess you're just not manly enough to teach me how to be a man." "What do you know about being a man? I have 3 Y chromosomes." And it's like that's actually smart humor. So I like
Yeah.
that more than I like SpongeBob, just because SpongeBob is really stupid. Like just Patrick Star, he lives under a rock.
Yeah.
And that's funny
Oh,
because it's
you
dumb.
know, I don't think SpongeBob's like too bad. I mean, it's okay. I don't watch it that much anymore. But I did a little
Yeah.
bit growing up. But
Steven's like, I like SpongeBob.
No, I like
it's all right.
SpongeBob had its moments too,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I mean, I really
see
appreciate
it
the
everywhere.
highbrow stuff more. That
There's
you
like
know,
so much marketing on it. Like you see
Yeah.
hats and underwear and everything on it now. It's just, you're
Mhm.
sick of looking at it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Though, if you walk into Hot Topic, you see Invader Zim everywhere. However, Zim is never on the merchandise. It's always Gur.
Yeah,
I do find
that
it
makes
funny that despite his show not being on so long, there's still merchandise for him.
Oh, yeah.
That makes me mad because
I was
a avid Invader Zim fan. I loved it. I bought him, and now preteen girls are going into Hot Topic and buying Gur stuff. They have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cute.
Right,
It's
I had a
cute.
student who came home from Hot Topic. She was a Korean student. Came home with a Gur shirt and Gur slippers, and I'm like, "Oh my god, you like Invader Zim?" And she goes, "What?" And I'm like, "Invader Zim." And she had no idea what I was talking about. I was like, "All right, we're gonna sit down
Right,
and
I
watch
remember
Invader
when
Zim."
that was
Yeah.
on TV.
Right.
But then, after I never see it on TV anymore, then all of a sudden everyone is all, "Oh my god, Invader Zim," and it's like,
Well,
everyone's seeing it, and
that happens
comic
with so much
everything.
other stuff though too, because there's the entire internet culture where everything happens after the fact, like Firefly, Arrested Development, Invader Zim. All this stuff is widely more popular than it was when it was on.
You know,
Freaks
though,
and
it's-
Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks.
My
It's better to
students
burn
I
out
would've
than
loved
fade
it.
away, though. It's better to burn out than fade away, because
True.
you watch a show like Futurama now.
Oh, yeah.
Any season after season 3 or 4 is not that funny anymore.
I think it's
There's no intellectual funniness to it
Yeah.
anymore.
Family Guy.
Yeah,
Or-
Family
Much
Guy
like-
too. Anything
Much
after
love,
season 3.
but Simpsons. I haven't seen a
Yeah.
Simpsons episode I actually liked in a really
What
long
happened to
time.
Bleeding Gums Murphy, man?
He
That
died.
guy was awesome.
Yeah, well, he did die. Yeah.
I forget if the actor died too, or if it was just the character.
You know, I think it was the actor too. I forget who played him, but if I remember correctly, that was the reason why they got rid of him.
No, I think the reason I got rid of him was because of medical conditions. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think he did eventually pass
Yeah.
away.
There was some good episodes of The Simpsons back in the day.
I
Oh,
missed,
yeah.
I missed
Like
ones
the
with Troy
monorail
McClure. He
episode?
was awesome.
Yeah.
With Troy McClure? Yeah, pretty much anything that Conan O'Brien was a part of for the writing team.
First
Yeah.
10 seasons are probably the best ones. And I'd say as far as 15, you can still find some good ones. The latest ones, though, it's a lot of hit and miss.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like keeping up with the times, stuff like South Park's one of those shows that has really only been able to survive. There's some dumb episodes, but they're still pretty funny every time you watch
Well,
to this
I
day.
think that all has to do with the way that they put out their shows. Like on Netflix, they have that documentary of them, which is 6 days to air, where they don't do what Simpsons and everything else does, where they make the season before they actually
Yeah,
air
they do it week by week. Yeah.
Yeah, they do it week by week. Once the show airs, they start thinking about the next week's episode, and then they do that entire episode in that week.
Yeah, because that's how some of the more the coming out of the closet episode that got everyone all pissed
Yeah.
off about Scientology. They were able to get some of that stuff through censorship because they were rushing it so fast.
Well,
They
there's a
said
lot
shit
of
down
episodes like that. Like episodes 200 and 201, there's a huge special about that where Tom Cruise returns and all the characters they made fun of in the PS seasons, they just come back like, we're gonna get revenge on you.
Yeah.
And the reason is because they wanted to get Muhammad, I think, to be take his ability to not be seen, so they can't make fun of him or anything.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But they will not air that show on TV again. I do not know if it's on the DVDs, and I know they can't get on the website at all.
Yeah, I remember watching that documentary about that episode because they were saying, I think the government was calling them up hey, you're pissing off the Middle East. You need to quit making that.
Yeah.
They're saying we're starting a war over this cartoon.
And actually, the last speech Kyle makes that episode was censored the very last minute. They did not want to do that, but then they just censored last minute because they were worried it was going to piss people off.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
FCC, I hate you.
No, I kind of want to go back to something, though, about the Invader Zim stuff. At least we still have Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Oh my god, I love that guy.
Yeah, well, that's done by the same person. You know that, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac was done by the same guy that did Invader Zim, I believe. I'm about 80% sure about that. But,
I just
it's
know-
very similar art style, and it's also very similar themes to it, too.
That's just the comics, right?
Yeah, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac is just comics.
I borrowed Z from my friend, and you read it. And it was awesome, and I should actually look into buying that sometime. Just read it again, because it was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it
It was
holds up. I mean, I was talking with a friend about this the other day, about how things just don't hold up anymore. Like, he was saying how he rewatched The Dark Crystal recently, saying that didn't hold up. And I'm like, no, that's not even true. Rewatching The Neverending Story was the worst experience of my entire life. Because that was so awesome when I was a kid, and I'm like, flying dog thing, yay! No. Oh my god. I think I wasted many hours of my life on that movie now.
Yeah.
Nostalgically cruel sometimes.
Yes, you can. It'd be very cool. Like that's kind of why I like the cartoons with the more intelligent humor, because like for kids now, you know, they can watch that and they won't get it, and then they'll rewatch it and they'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
I get that now. That's cool.
There's like hidden meanings from the parents, you know.
Yeah.
Well, Looney
exactly.
Tunes especially was like that. I mean,
Oh,
they had
yeah,
so much
totally.
crap spewed everywhere. It was ridiculous.
The
Looney
Looney
Tunes,
Tunes is so
Tiny
awesome.
Toon Adventures had some of that too.
Oh, yeah.
Animaniacs, I love
Pinky
that.
Oh yeah,
Brain.
Animaniacs, totally.
Pinky in the Brain.
Pinky the Brain. Even Powerpuff Girls had some of that kind
I
of
Oh,
stuff.
miss
yeah.
the classics. Freakazoid, man. Come
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, Freakazoid and
Yes.
what's the show? Beetlejuice.
Oh,
Beetlejuice was cool.
I-
man.
I cannot find Beetlejuice anywhere. I
Like
guess
the
the
old
one show I
cartoon.
cannot find anywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but my roommate was telling me about the Rugrats. It's from cartoons. It was actually inspired by a girl named Angelica who was like committed suicide or crazy, and all the Rugrats besides her were figments of her imagination. And then Susie, her black friend, was actually a friend that was like helping her through some of the manic
I remember
depression.
hearing about that.
Yeah, it's like
Holy
really
crap.
dark. Like,
Yeah.
Why are you
Yes.
ruining my childhood in one podcast?
Yeah,
One
like-
I
podcast.
thought you
was
what do you
joking.
mean ruining? That actually makes it more
Yeah, that
awesome.
makes
Yeah.
it a lot more
Does,
cool.
does that actually, come out in the episodes?
No,
No.
like,
No.
I was gonna
Alright.
say if it
Yeah, well,
did,
they
I
say,
might
like,
watch it.
all those like episodes are really like hallucinations of or something. But like, if you guys remember the episode, it's like one of the first ones before they ever really talked. When Tommy gets sick and has the flu,
Yeah, and
he
he
starts like
throws up.
hallucinating
Yeah.
and throwing up. Yeah, it's like you can kind of compare it then when you're like, oh yeah, it makes sense a little bit.
I've heard that before. Is that actually true? Is that
That's
what it's
what
based off?
that's all hearsay from a friend I know. But
Yeah.
you know,
Like I've seen it before. I just wasn't sure if it was true or not.
yeah, it's actually based on like a really dark premise. It's
I'm
funny.
learning so much
I can
today.
For
see it.
children,
I know,
for
right?
children.
And it's all really dark. Love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we
agree.
talked about that second podcast. I can't remember what we were talking about though. We were going into that.
Wasn't it
remember.
anime we were talking about?
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
anime.
Oh, that's
Anime.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Now I really want to go and read some like Lenore comics. Do you guys know who Lenore is? The dead girl?
I've seen him, but
I've
I've
heard
never
the name
actually.
everywhere.
Wait,
so-
is that she's got the stitching kind of like she looks like the girl from Nightmare Before Christmas
A little bit like Sally. Yeah.
Mhm.
My friend actually has a Lenore tattoo on her arm, and she's just kind of like floating there. And so during college, we would decorate her for different holidays. So like Christmas, put a little Santa hat,
That's
put a
funny.
tree next to her, and then for Easter, we crucified her.
That's the best one though.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, you see those shirts in Hot Topic too. Like I would buy my friend Aurora these shirts all the time because they had one that would be a Lenore shirt with a fish and goes, fishies go poop poop poop, and chickies go bok bok bok.
Yeah, I just read a pretty interesting book recently. Have you guys ever heard of Kurt Vonnegut?
Yeah.
Cat's Cradle.
Cat's Cradle's a good book.
Yeah, it's a sweet book.
Have you read any other Kurt Vonnegut?
I've read Breakfast Champions.
Oh yeah. By the way, you're gonna have to bleep out Kurt Vonnegut so that then PETA doesn't find us because he did go to school at Iowa.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to be just.
And
Fair
you'll have to
warning,
bleep
you have
out
to bleep
this,
that.
he went to school in Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
gotta bleep out the 2 times that we said you
I
went to
will
school in
I will
Iowa.
keep out the whole podcast.
Shout out to Kurt Vonnegut who went to school in Iowa.
Shout out to Death Threats and PETA.
Hooray!
Shout out to something you'll never know where it is.
You know what? I feel like we should let's just piss off the rest of the world. Can we find a picture of Muhammad and put it up on there too?
That would be tough to do, but we can give it a shot.
Start a war.
Yeah.
E-Vac station, you bastards.
We'll put a bear costume on him. It'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll just put like the South Park censor bar all over it.
I love that episode of South Park where they say shit. Like, and then they say it
Yes.
for the 1000th time and the dragon comes out and starts killing everybody.
That was just one of those episodes where I'm like, I don't get how this works, but it's awesome.
Yeah.
I just never really watched South Park. Like the last episode I watched, I think, was The Passion of the Jew,
Oh, yeah.
and that was such an awesome episode. And then I'm like, no, I'm not gonna watch it anymore because they're just
My favorite ones are like the old paper cutout ones where like, it's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
little pieces
Right?
of paper on
Yeah.
a piece of paper. Those are the best, man.
I can't imagine how long those took. They could not do those in a week.
Yeah, those did not happen that way.
I'm sure they were given like a 2-week time frame for those, maybe.
Mhm.
Let's go ahead and cleverly segue into something here. So we have a new project coming out this week. Since this podcast is coming out next week, you'll actually be out already by the time this airs. So the new Game On series we're going to be doing. Yep. For those who don't know, it's going to be a competitive-based series. I think we actually might have mentioned this last week. But it's a competitive-based series, just random video games. We'll see who the champion of the week is amongst everyone here who's recording.
What do we win? Do we win a trophy?
Well, if you're in the Steam group, you will be given the Player of the Week title because you can do that in the Steam group. Beyond that, I don't know what we're going to do for sure yet. We'll probably
$5 gift card to Walmart.
You know, it's
can-
not
it's
not
Can't we
activated.
just do like a $5 gift card to Steam?
I was gonna say you
Wouldn't
get a
that make
50-cent
It would make way more
gift credit.
sense.
50-cent gift credit on Steam.
You win a hearty handshake. Congratulations.
Handshake, yeah.
But,
which no one else can see.
Right.
We'll probably elevate the prize as we keep going. It depends if we get sponsors, if we get actual people viewing stuff. So it'll be a while before we can get really cool stuff going.
Like if
Then-
we
then
keep
you
up
might
with
get
this
a trophy.
Netflix thing.
Eventually, they will be sponsoring us, damn it.
Brought to you by Netflix.
Shout out to Netflix.
Shout out to Netflix.
Shout out.
Netflix.
Shout out to give us money.
Shout out to
Shout
Eventually, we'll have our own Tower of Pimps.
Yes.
We should totally
Slowly
make
but
one of
surely,
our own.
day by day.
Yeah, well, that's probably what it'll be like. It's
This
just,
little trophy.
of course, I don't know if it'll be a Tower of Pimps.
Yeah, we gotta make something different just so we can stand out from Rooster Teeth. Be better than them. In every way.
Rooster Teeth, we're coming for you.
Yeah, you're going down, Rooster Teeth.
Shout out to the death of Rooster Teeth.
Shout out to Achievement Hunter.
Love trash talk.
Oh, yeah.
The girl in the room is so confused.
So should we explain a little bit of what all that stuff is to her?
No.
Just
It's gonna
let
take a
we'll
long
keep her in the
time.
Thanks.
Just let her be so confused.
You'll find out sometime.
I'm just saying, if the girl wins, the girl should get extra prize. Just saying.
That is sexist, and I don't agree with that.
That is
Yeah.
sexy and
Looking
you
at
like it.
I will leave that prize up to Sean.
Sean will give you the extra prize. You look at him; he's got the bridge going.
he's I've got ideas.
Anyone else want to take me home tonight?
Got
Wait,
candy in
no,
my station wagon.
Oh, you can walk to your car from here, please. Come on.
It's a long walk.
He's like, I want to get piggybacked. Please. Peg me
And I
there.
want froyo. I like
Okay.
to get froyo a lot because, YOLO.
Actually, on Utopia's cards, they actually say YOLO.
Oh no,
It's
I
so
thought I was
silly.
original.
Shout out to YOLO.
Shout out to YOLO. Shout
I
out
hate
to
YOLO.
3 frozen yogurt places in like a block radius in downtown. Bleep. I'm not saying that.
Alright, so one more thing I forgot to mention. Shout out to Chris, who cannot join us tonight because he has obligations, I guess it is.
YOLO.
Is he getting froyo?
No, I just...
By the pound, yes.
He's getting
I just
pounded
remember it for
with
some
YOLO.
reason, but he's got like marriage classes or stuff going on. So,
Oh, that's
he's got
right.
obligations.
He's getting married?
What the
yeah,
fuck's a
he's
marriage
married.
class?
Yeah, you have to take marriage classes apparently.
Apparently,
That's what happens if you're religious and you want to get married in a church.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Thankfully,
Mike's
I'm
the
a
Catholic.
Shout out to heathens. Yeah.
Yes.
Burn the witch.
Heathens, pagans, whatever.
Shout out to Quaker weddings where you just sit in a room for 45 minutes and don't do anything.
Quaker. That's
You meditate.
crazy.
Quaker Oats.
Brought to you by Quaker Oats.
Shout out Quaker Oats.
I think I'm just gonna do my wedding through the Las Vegas drive-thru. Just get it over with, man. I don't want to go through the whole.
Sir,
I don't even do that. I
Sir,
don't
this is
wanna do
McDonald's.
Shout out to
Church
McDee's.
is down there.
Shout out to
gross.
not ever getting married.
That's the thing though nowadays. Like, marriage seems like such a legal binding contract. Have you guys noticed that? Like,
Yeah.
No, it is. That's
like
it
based
always
upon what
is.
it is. Yeah, but based
Yeah.
upon what it is, do you really need to get married anymore? You know what I mean?
Well,
No,
the
because
thing
they stopped because they made dowries illegal. So
The thing I have
you know.
against marriage, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing though. I mean, I'm all for it if everyone wants to marry me, but if it's way down the road, if I ever made any money. But
Dibs.
the point I'm trying to get at.
Shout out to Aaron Single.
But the point I want to make
Ladies.
though is that marriage is just like a huge expense. You got to go through all the ceremony and whatnot. Then there's also the potential divorce, which is equally expensive.
Oh,
plus
yeah.
all the stuff in between.
But then there's the tax breaks and
Yeah.
They're really not
your
that
friends
great,
give
though.
you presents.
Yeah, but those are. But I'd say those rewards are very minimal compared to
Yes.
the long-term effects if things,
yeah.
go sour.
Well,
Really, do you want a flipping gravy boat? Really, you don't.
Yeah.
Gravy boat?
Oh,
Shout out to
Gravy
Gravy
It's
boat.
like gravy boat.
Gravy boat.
No, I got a
So
buddy.
much better than
I mean,
banana
the tax breaks are really only good and noticeable if you're in the army or in the military. Because I have a
Yeah.
buddy who will marry girls, just like, hey, let's get married quick so I can get a tax break and not get deported as easily over to, or not deported, but shipped over
Shipped out,
easily.
yeah.
So like he'll just marry a girl and it's very like platonic, and then he'll just say, oh, this girl's about to talk to a guy and he doesn't like it, so I'm just going to divorce her and then remarry this girl. You know what I mean? He has candidates. He's just like, whatever. Yeah, I'm getting married next week. Like, no big deal. I mean, that's how you look at it.
I had a friend here in Bleep who was polyamorous and yet chose to get married. And I'm just like, okay, that seems really weird, but go ahead and get married.
Well, it's polyamorous.
Multiple partners.
Multiple, yeah, being able to love multiple people.
Mormon.
And then, no,
Mormon.
that is polygamy. There's a difference.
Okay.
He's a
That's right.
pliggy.
Right, he wasn't planning to marry multiple people, but he married this girl, and it's just like, well, she's polyamorous, and we get, combined health insurance. It's great. And then they got divorced because she, moved away and fell in love with someone else. So I'm just like, it doesn't make any sense.
It happens, yeah. I mean, I got a lady I know, she's 55, married to a guy for about 20 years. Just is going through a divorce now.
You're not in a relationship with her, right?
No.
Okay.
You're not the reason for this divorce.
No.
Steven's backing on the 55-year-old.
I'm going for the gilfs
Shout
now.
out to
I'm
Cougars,
shooting
by the
high. But she's just going through a whole financial fiasco right now dealing with the divorce. And it's like, man, what you're telling me now is making me want to never get married. This is bogus. But, shit happens, I guess.
Yeah.
I actually had a couple friends who are Quaker, and we were talking at one point. I think we were all pretty drunk, and they at one point said, did we even really get married? And I'm just like, what do you mean? And they're like, I remember going through the Quaker process, but that's not binding. I was like, did you not go to the Justice of the Peace afterwards? And they're like, I think we did, but we didn't give him any paperwork.
After 7 years, that becomes a common law marriage, and so they don't actually have to fill out
It's
paperwork,
Mark and Jenny,
so.
actually,
Oh,
and
really?
I think that they
They
now
just
have
tell
it.
you, you're married now officially?
Well, no, I mean, you can argue that in court is that if you introduce yourself as a married couple and you live together and you pay bills together for, a total of 7 years, then legally you are married. It'll hold up in court.
They have a kid who's 7, so there you go.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, every time you refer to marriage nowadays, it'll hold up in court. You're like, well, you know what I mean?
That is such a romantic sentiment.
Yeah, how romantic.
It'll hold up in court.
Yeah.
But, that's nuts. So, with Quakers, I'm not trying to sound racist or anything, but do you guys have, tribe names?
Tribe names?
When you get initiated as a Quaker, it's I will call you Running Bull. You know what I mean?
I'm going to say this,
That'd be
that's
awesome.
the best way to start a sentence. I don't want to sound racist here, but...
Because no matter when you say that, you're going to.
Yes.
Except
Automatically.
the fact that Quakers aren't a race.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
a religion.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a religion.
I don't
mean
mean
to
to sound religionist.
Yeah, religionist. Yeah, I don't even know the word for that. But do you have
Are we tribal? No, we're not tribal. I mean,
I don't know
we
about
sort of
Quakers.
are. I mean,
Hunter and gatherer.
no, you don't get
Nomads.
Nomads.
you don't get personal names. I mean, we have little communities. We have the Iowa Yearly Meeting Conservative, and then each area of the country has their own meeting, but we don't get names. I'm not squatting Episcopal-Quaker.
Honestly, that'd be pretty cool though. It's here's my name in public, but then when I hang out with these guys, they call me this.
My students do that for themselves a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I have a kid. I was telling Sean this earlier that he has kind of this weird haircut, and so now I just call him Flock of Seagulls.
Flock of seagulls.
That's you.
Thank you.
What a gentleman.
Shout out to Sneezes.
I know, how have you not
Whenever
been
somebody-
snatched up?
Whenever
Whenever somebody
Definitely.
sneezes, does anybody else always think of Dogma in that scene in the chair in the
You
Board of
didn't
Directors
say
room?
God bless you.
Oh yeah.
You didn't say bless you when I see Loki, you're getting a flight.
I love the part at the end. Yeah, guy likes to play skee-ball on Sundays. That's that one lady. Is that Fran from Austin Powers, or is that a different actress?
The one who played God?
Yeah.
That was
Alanis
Alanis
Morissette.
Morissette.
Yeah, Alanis Morissette.
Yeah,
Okay.
that singer lady from Canada.
Don't you know?
Don't you know?
Hey, it's that singer lady from Canada.
Speaking of Canada,
She's such a hoser.
I love Trailer Park Boys' show. That's a great show. I like how they call it a mockumentary too. That's what they describe it as. It's a documentary that isn't true.
I just love how the one main guy always has, what is that, a Captain and Coke?
Yeah, he has a rum and Coke in his hand at all times.
He's even driving and it's sitting on the dashboard. Tries to take it into a bar. You can't bring your own alcohol in here.
There's this one episode where they get a bunch of vodka and then it spills out in this kiddie pool. So the next episode he's wringing out the towel he soaked up into his liquor glass and trying to get it.
That sounds like my future.
You mean later tonight?
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
By future, I mean 3 times a week.
Fuck, dude.
Speaking of Canada, I
Beer is
love
good.
curling. God, God, curling is so awesome.
Yeah, that's such an underrated sport too. There'd be a lot of work involved in curling.
Such an underrated sport. For those of you listening at home, we have used air quotes many times this podcast.
What are air quotes?
Air quotes?
These air quotes are speak
Oh,
of.
they're air quotes.
The laser.
Laser.
Arm the probe.
Preparation H.
Feels good around the hole.
My number 2 man. Number 2. Austin Powers is
It's
awesome.
his fascia. His what? His fascia. His fascia.
Tiki Dutch. I've watched those
Two
movies
things
way
I
too many
hate in this
times.
world: those who are intolerant of other people's cultures, and the Dutch. Wasn't that
3.
No, wasn't that Michael? That was Alfred, wasn't it?
Mike King, yeah.
Mike, yeah.
He did a really good job of that movie. I was pretty impressed with that.
In Austin Powers?
Yeah.
Or okay.
I was going to say in
Yeah.
Austin Powers or Batman, because,
Well, both, but
Yeah.
me.
he just does a good job.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I was just kind of surprised to see someone like who was as good as he was in Batman in something like Austin Powers doing equally good. So
Yeah.
Alfred made the latest Batman.
yeah,
haven't seen it
I'd
yet.
say he did a good job with
I
that.
still haven't seen it.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's gonna be hard to top that first one with the Joker, though. I mean,
Yeah.
probably
The
gonna
The
go
second
with
one.
Second one.
Oh,
The
second
first one I thought was crap.
Well, that's
Yeah.
just because it came.
Well, there's so many Batman movies.
Katie Holmes
I
is
did like
crap.
the first one
Mhm.
because it had Scarecrow. He was fun.
That's true. Scarecrow's awesome. I do like when movies like that to start off they kind of delve into the lesser known villains.
Yeah.
I like that.
If we're going to go by I like a movie because of its villain, then I also like Spider-Man 3, but that's not true. Sandman was awesome.
See, I don't like 3 because of the portrayals of those villains. Like Venom,
Yeah.
terrible.
That was
Venom
awesome.
was-
He didn't try
Venom
to
was
eat your brains.
Venom was crap, but Sandman was awesome. Thomas Hayden Church's Sandman was pretty...
They did a good job
Yeah,
with it,
Doc
but I just
Ock-
don't think
Doc
he was
Ock's
good for
pretty
the
sweet.
movie.
Yeah,
Doc was the
the
best.
villains in
Villains were
general
good.
were
You know,
pretty decent.
I hate Thomas Hayden Church just because for like the longest time Bruce Campbell even talks about it. He had like this long going rivalry with Thomas Hayden Church where they would always go for the same roles and Thomas Hayden Church kept getting them. So for Bruce Campbell, I don't like Thomas Hayden Church.
By the way, we're breaking up right now.
Oh.
By the way, best villain.
Shout out to Sean Single.
Sean, meet Aaron. Aaron, meet Sean.
Oh, hi. So do you come here often?
Oh yes, I live here.
How's the weather?
Oh, he probably... Oh, okay,
And these
wait.
are your leopard sheets, yes?
He does have some nice leopard sheets. Wow.
He does come here often.
Oh, but
There you go.
Lady of Burns tonight, man. Jeez.
Yeah, she's just burning everybody.
That's true.
She's an
I
arsonist.
see a box of tissues.
She's like the British.
You want to talk about that, man?
I got allergies.
Oh, don't forget
I
I
see
got this
fascinating.
apple next to the fan next to the bed.
What's the fan used
I'm gonna move from the bed now.
And Aaron will never invite anyone over ever again.
God, it's the last time we do this podcast in my room. Who cares about the echo? Oh, whoa, whoa.
But ladies, he has a dream catcher. It's very cute.
That is pretty cool, actually.
I used to have one of those.
It's a
I
dual
still have
dream
one.
catcher, too,
I know.
so there's enough dreams to be caught for two.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
I sell it, I see.
I know, right? It's all
And-
for you, Aaron.
and
He's
Sonic
single
is running
for
to you
now.
in your sleep.
That's true, too.
That's a pretty sweet poster, though. I love
That
the
is
sound
true.
around it.
I like the metal Sonic in the back. It's just cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
yeah.
also like the Batman villains looking down at you. That's
Oh yeah,
really
that's
nice.
crazy.
I do think that's a sweet picture of the Riddler, because everyone else can see that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Riddler is one of my favorite characters.
I love the penguin over there. He is.
Yeah, they did a
sexy
really good
looking.
job with Penguin in Arkham City. I'm kind of impressed with how that turned out.
Hmm.
Like, actually, the monocle in his eye, that's actually not a monocle. It's like a perfect glass bottle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Fun fact, yeah.
Yeah.
Another fun fact, third Sonic game, the people who made the music for that actually made the music for Michael Jackson's Thriller CD as well.
I am actually pretty shocked by that.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's some good music in there, though.
Yeah.
Like Ice Cap Zone. I love Ice
Dude,
Cap Zone.
Sonic games in general have always had good music,
Mhm.
if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even the newer ones where they have, like, actual, like, rock and roll, like, actual, like, songs like that. I still
Yeah.
love those, too.
Like, the Sonic songs are my favorites to find on Overclock Remix.
Oh, yeah.
Those are just awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Speaking of good music, though, like I said earlier, I'm in the middle of playing Bayonetta right now. I just love the music in that game. It's,
Yeah.
like, I played Sonic Unleashed, and when you do the werehog sections, you have this repetitive music when you fight monsters, And Bayonetta has something similar where you like have the same music play whenever you're getting a fight scene, but I never get tired of it. It just sounds really good all the time. And
It's like the
Sonic, I
Pokemon
got bored of it.
battle music theme. Like, it never gets old, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a shout out to Pixel Junk Games. Do you guys know Pixel Junk at all?
heard of it.
What do they make?
They make Eden and Monsters, which is a tower defense game, and Shooter. And they're all just like really cute, fun games, but at the same time, they have the best music ever. It's like very like house music, like kind of just relaxing and
Yeah,
awesome.
like jazzy elevator, like
Yeah.
lounge lizard music.
But it's not Lounge Lizard. It's like house, like dance music. But
Oh,
it's
okay.
mellow dance music.
Oh, so it's like, okay. Like
Yeah.
down tempo?
Yeah, and Eden is a game where you're like essentially playing this little like spore thing and jumping up these vines and creating more vines. It's very surreal and very cool.
Speaking of music and games, though, there is a game that you can download on the PlayStation 3, and I forget what it's called, but like it's really cool because it's kind of like Geometry Wars, and that you have your ship that you shoot around stuff, and like all this stuff goes there. But the cool thing about it is like the music that comes to it. The faster you kill enemies, like when you kill them, there's like a little ripple effect that happens,
Oh, I
and
think
you
I've
can
seen
get other
this one
stuff
in
caught in
action
the ripple
before.
effect. But the music of it is based to the tempo on how you kill the things that are coming at you.
Oh.
And so it's really cool because it can do like a lot of cool sound effects, and like it'll change it up because the music will change every time you do it, because if you kill it faster, the tempo changes, and then how you kill the enemies also changes the sounds that you get.
That's cool.
So yeah, like it's like I thought that was great, and I love just playing that. Just play through the first couple levels because you get to hear all the like his like you can start chain reactions, which have like really like glissando effects and stuff like that, and you can do all kinds of different effects based off of how you kill these people.
Now there is one game that's pretty good. It's called Audio Surf on Steam. It's like a
Yeah, I've heard of that game.
Yeah, it's a little indie game, and pretty much all you do is you just use either a mouse or like the arrow keys, I think is what it is, and you just move your little like avatar around, and you collect like little like colored notes and whatnot, and different colors with different scores for the most part.
By random, just left and right. That's it.
Yeah, left and right, and it's really cool because you can play any song you want in there. Like if you have a whole entire album of songs on your like.
Oh, really?
driver CD
You can
or
play like
whatever.
Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd on there.
You
Yeah.
can play
Really?
any song you have on
And
your computer on that game.
Cool.
Even songs that you don't know the title of 'cause it's another language. The title is in another language. You can put that in there. And play.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll have to check that game out.
And pretty much the frequency of the colors and the color type and where they're going to be placed at is all based on how fast the song is, the type of song it is. So
Yeah. But like a
Fair-
faster paced song, is gonna be a little more difficult than just like a Green Sleeves.
Like a hyper techno song that's like 200 beats a minute.
I've tried what's the song on there? I tried Dragon Force on there once. That's a bad idea. It's a terrible idea.
It's fun, but it's
My favorite music game has to be Parappa the Rapper though.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Parappa.
Parappa the Rapper, man. They're making a fighting game with him in it.
Yeah, he's in the
Yeah.
PlayStation
Yeah.
All Stars coming out,
Yeah, I wonder how that'll turn out.
along with Shitty Dante.
God, that guy.
Is there anyone-
And Raiden.
Oh God.
At least he's clothed. That's all I have to say.
So does anyone, speaking of clothing, let's talk about that new Dante, because there's a trailer I've seen where he's actually like flying through a trailer naked, and he's put on clothes as he's flying through it.
Hey, I heard his cloak though. It's a better shade of red. I heard that. That's
Okay,
the
well,
only thing I can say about.
Let me
the guy.
explain what he's talking about.
It's a better shade of red and not a certain shade of gray.
Let me explain what Mike's talking about here.
Like
There's
a
actually an
shade of
article
gray?
on Destructoid by a guy named Jim Sterling, and he does a Jimquisition of Escape as well, in case anyone wants to know about that.
Shout out to Jim.
Shout out
Thank
to
God
Jim.
for him.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
And anyway, so pretty much he makes this really, I think it's a joke article anyway, I want to assume it is because it's a stupid article but hilarious, where he lists like 5 or 6 reasons on why the new Dante is better than the old Dante. First off was his hair is black, he has a better shade of red on his cloak, Resident Evil 6 is apparently a reason for some reason. And I don't remember all the other ones. I know there's a few other ones, but they were all just hilariously stupid. Like, you could tell he was just
Wasn't one of the reasons I would let him fist me?
That was 2 of the reasons.
Because he has 2 fists.
No, the first one he actually went into detail. The second was like, because it's so important, I gotta mention it again.
He has more time.
What about the game?
Oh, and it was made by a Western developer. That's
Right.
what the other thing is. But the thing is, I've actually listened to some of the dialogue from the new Dante and seen some of his animations and whatnot. He's the biggest fucking douchebag I've ever seen in a video game where I just do not want to play anything with
Is he
him.
more dark, whiny, and brooding, or is it just kind of like...
He's just an asshole. Like
you remember Jesse from Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
He's worse than that in terms of assholery.
Really?
Yeah.
Imagine
Like from
Jesse,
like the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
like
Oh.
imagine Jesse, in high school, and make him worse.
As he's going through puberty, then.
Yeah, pretty much.
But there's this one scene that they show in the video I saw where it's showing the bad writing, and this monster boss he's trying to fight says "fuck you," and he's like "fuck you," and then she's like "fuck you," and like that's really the best you guys could have come with for a little exchange that you could have come with something more witty.
What about the other one where the thing calls him a son of a bitch?
Oh no, the thing called his mother a whore,
Right.
and he's like, "My mom's a whore, huh?" Well, I guess how long ago?
I don't remember much of my mom.
Oh no, something like crap, I gotta look that one up now. I don't remember what that line
What
was.
about that game coming out? It's people made Ico and another game.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus. They're making that new one called Guardian. Is that what it's called? The Guardian? Where it's
I-
like you're a little boy, and then you have like this like 2-story tall beast you can walk around with and ride on and stuff.
That
Oh.
sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
No, like the guys who made Ico. I forgot the studio's name, but they have
I think it's called Ico. Like this.
Ico Studios. Yeah,
Well,
'Cause
yeah, that
he's like
makes
one of those
sense.
guys who makes like a game every 5 or 6 years too. So I wonder how it'll
But,
turn out.
everyone remembers those.
Yeah,
games.
exactly.
Yeah.
They're really
Yeah,
good. Like
they're
everyone
awesome.
remembers Ico and Shadow. I guess
Well,
Shadow
they
Colossus is one of those.
They just re-released Shadow of the Colossus. on
Yeah, they did
right.
actually, like a high def and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm wondering how that game will turn out.
Because
'cause
that game wasn't already beautiful to begin with. Now we'll put it in high definition.
1,000 more
Hey,
pixels.
Yeah, right? No.
Yeah.
I think now that you mention it, I think I do remember that. And I think remembering, this looks like Ico and Shadow of the Colossus mashed together.
Yeah.
You have the tiny kid who's leading around something that can't really do much itself until he rides it.
Okay, I found that line here. Okay, so the monster goes like, so he responds to the monster's whole "you're calling my mom a whore" thing by saying, "Whore mother, I don't know my mother, but if you're calling me a son of a bitch, you wouldn't be the first." I'm like, that doesn't even really.
Bitch and whore don't really equate to each
Yeah,
other.
They
exactly.
don't, and this doesn't even make sense really.
We're
Yeah.
starting to make the show NC-17 by the amount of times you've said "fuck" in just the past sentence. Come on.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Whatever.
We're no longer PG-13.
We're totally.
We're washing your mouth out with soap.
We're
dude.
becoming, like a lot of games and TV shows, we're becoming more edgy.
Yeah.
We're going to be totally an explicit podcast on iTunes when we get on there.
We'll be on Sirius Radio next to Howard Stern's show.
Yeah. Shout out to Howard Stern.
Oh, yeah. Isn't he on like some American Idol show now, judging?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
on
God.
America's Got Talent.
Yeah, that's kind of
Same.
punching
many-
the groin, man. I love growing up watching him on E, but
How many freaking shows like that are they gonna put out?
yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah,
think
The
about
X
it.
Factor, America's Got Talent.
I like the reality shows when there was actually like a contest element to them, but then you have the reality shows like New Jersey Shore or whatever. There's no contest. They're just
Hey.
people doing
Thank
Hey,
whatever.
last
God they're
season.
canceled.
Yes.
Thank God.
And wait, is Snooki's
How many
baby gonna make an
seasons do they-
appearance on this?
I don't
episode?
care. I don't care.
Snooki's baby.
I don't know. It's
I
just
imagine
like,
it'll be like Demon Spawn when it comes out.
some of those reality shows too. Like they'll take like 5 like pissed off like black bitches and stuff, and just throw them into like a tight little house that have like huge attitudes, and then just like poof, watch the explosion, everybody. Here's our TV show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
You know,
on
I
E,
think-
they have a whole bunch of shows like that. A lot of them like Meet the Kardashians or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
The
a
Real
whole-
Housewives
yeah.
of
I
Orange
was
County.
forced
That's
to
bad
watch-
too. Real Housewives.
I
is
was
bad.
forced to watch the episode of Meet the Kardashians for class.
Oh,
I would
God.
have walked out.
I was wanting to walk out, but I wanted to see where this is going.
Was it an anthropology class?
No, it was a
Come on, we
creative
watch
writing
Star
pop
Trek in my
culture.
classes.
Star Trek.
We do. We watch Star Trek.
Wait,
I would rather watch that, honestly.
Which one? Which season?
Yeah.
It jumps around, kind of.
we take field trips to Riverside, Iowa.
Dope. It's
Nice.
relevant. It's relevant.
It is.
Yeah, you could take trips from anywhere. I don't know why you'd go to Iowa, but you could take trips from
I
anywhere.
think
It's the
it's,
birthplace
nothing
of
in
James T.
Iowa.
Kirk.
I think it's funny. The only place
Especially
you
on
can
the
smoke
podcast,
cigarettes.
that's for sure.
Oh yeah, this you have to bleep this all out.
Totally.
Darn
Just
Peter.
the whole podcast, hour and a half of bleep.
It's the secret podcast.
You can only find out. You can only do it if you enter the Konami code.
Yes.
I don't know. I think it's funny though. Like the only place you can smoke cigarettes legally, besides your own property, is in a casino. Like that
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense to me at all. But whatever.
What are you talking about in Iowa, where we definitely are not now?
You can smoke cigarettes in casinos, can you?
No, you
Yeah.
can, but like in certain states, last time I was in New Orleans, which was maybe only 2 years ago, you could still smoke in clubs,
Oh yeah, I guess you're
I
right. It is
mean,
Iowa. So.
and
Yeah,
you
that
can
was
smoke.
weird.
on
I
the
think
streets and
California,
drink on the
maybe New
streets.
York were the first two to like do the whole cigarette ban thing.
God, I remember I was in California when I was 12 years old with my parents. My parents both smoke. We were in a Denny's, and my mom like goes to light up a cigarette, and they're like, "You can't do that." And she goes, excuse me, you can't tell me what the fuck to do. And then they made her go outside. And like she starts fighting with them over having a cigarette in a restaurant.
Need my nicotine.
I need it. Oh.
But going back to reality shows, I was trying to think of one that was really good back in the day. There's this one reality show where there's this guy, and it's all fictionalized.
Sean's like, I don't know.
I don't think there is one.
The Guild?
Well, it's fictionalized, so therefore it's not a reality show.
Yes.
Well,
So-
What about Drawn Together?
Drawn
No.
Together.
That was a
awesome
reality. It's a cartoon about a girl with a monster plant pussy. I mean,
Alright, now we have stepped over into NC-17.
That was a good reality show, though.
The show pretty much was just...
Alright, go on about your fictionalized reality show.
Yes. Anyway, so there's this guy who's posed as a killer pretty much, and, every week there'll be a new dead body, quote unquote, that just appears. They have to figure out who the killer in this town is. So they can go around, ask people in the town what's going on, and kind of figure it out. I don't remember what it's called, just so you know. And every week, the people who were trying to figure out this mystery would vote for two people, and they'd go out to these different locations in the city. One would have the killer, and one would have like a clue for the next week. And every week there'd be a new guy getting killed until eventually the last episode they find out who the quote-unquote killer was.
Was this a reality show that actually had like a storyline to it?
Yeah.
Like people were acting it out, or was it just like...
Well, the people who were trying to solve the mystery...
Or was it like a dinner movie, like a dinner theater
The
thing?
people who were trying to solve the mystery were not acting, they were actually just trying to figure it out, whereas,
Okay.
everyone in the town, I think, was acting it out.
You ever
But
wondered about
Is
most
that
of
that
those?
weird Harper's Island show?
Well,
That might be it, yeah.
I was gonna say, did the people who were voting and stuff, did they know that people weren't actually getting killed, or did they think that people
Well,
were getting
I'm pretty sure they
killed?
knew that people weren't getting killed.
Oh, damn it.
Let's go kill somebody and start a reality
They
show.
thought people were getting killed.
That'd be funny.
It's a reality show. No, you're killing someone.
But it was one of those reality shows that had like a story to it. I'm like, okay, I can actually get behind this. This is actually pretty interesting.
Oh, there's a reality show that was actually pretty funny. It's like 5 contestants have to go through like this like brutal physical endurance trial, where and basically what they do is they tell you got to show up to the studio a certain time, and then they blindfold you, put you in a van, and then put you in these like hamster cage type rooms where one room.
Oh, I saw.
And one room, what they did is there's 3 people left. No one knows who's left or who's not. Whoever gets to the end wins $100,000. They just have to sleep in these rooms. They have to they only feed them food when they want to feed them food. Obviously not gonna kill them, but
Yeah.
sometimes your room will have a nice bed in it. Sometimes it'll have a steel cot with just your jacket. And that's what you have to sleep on. And then they'll wake you up when they want to wake you up. There's a PA system. All right, time to wake up and start your exercise. It could be 2 hours of sleep you only had. It's just a brutal endurance
I was
thing.
gonna say, this sounds like a terribly unethical
Yeah,
game
no,
show.
but people
Like, it
sign
sounds
sign waivers to get into it.
Well, yeah,
That's
but
what just
even
saw.
Yes.
even when you sign waivers, you still have to follow certain rules of ethics. You know,
I was gonna say
it's like with any psychological trial. You know, there's the what is that? The
Milgram experiment.
Well, that's the thing, but you have to pass it by that board. What's that board called?
The APA.
No, it's something else.
No, but there's one trial they did, and it's they're really huge bastards about this stuff. Everyone's on a hamster wheel, and then in their own rooms, and you just got to keep running on it, and then people would give up, and then they'd announce, all right, so and so's giving up. So you keep going faster and faster, and they make it tougher and tougher, but you never really know if you won yet or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's you could be running for an hour over being the last guy left, thinking
Yeah.
you still got a competitor, but oh yeah, that guy quit 2 hours ago. You could have just got off the wheel. You know what I mean?
I really love the reality competition shows in Japan. That's
Yeah.
where
Ninja Warrior.
Ninja
yeah.
Warrior. But I mean, even there are tons of other ones that no one ever sees because they never make an American version.
I remember.
They made an American Silent Library, which I thought was really dumb. But Silent Library is such a hysterical Japanese
I don't even
show.
know what that is.
Yeah, the
It
Japanese.
was on MTV for a while. I remember that show.
It was on MTV.
Well, what it
was
is, it's 6 people. In the library, you're supposed to stay quiet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they sit down at this table, and that there's 6 cards, and they randomize it, and then each draw one, and usually it's just one that's the one you don't want,
Mhm.
and they have this kind of flip list of what happens to whoever gets that bad card,
Mhm.
and the stuff that happens to these people is so terrible. But the whole time you're supposed to remain quiet. The other guys aren't supposed to laugh or anything.
Right.
And it's You do not
wasn't
want
like
to
Do
get
you
this
lose
card.
if you make too much noise then or something?
Yeah,
Well,
there's a librarian that will like grade you. Like you were too loud. You failed this mission. And
But I think
"Oh."
like someone who stays the quietest might get some kind of reward or something.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
remember. But like some of the things could be, you know, the tamer ones I saw was like someone comes up and I think gums you, like a
Yes,
little old man
an
comes
old
out with no
guy.
teeth and he gums at your ears and gums at your neck and
you just
stuff.
gotta sit there and like not like laugh.
Like the other guys sit there trying not to laugh, and that guy's just like, "Oh my god!"
It's like a creepy homeless guy they just like hired for $100.
With the bindle.
Yeah, with the bindle.
Beats you with a bindle.
Well, there's one like it's a slapping machine.
Oh yeah.
Where it's just like a box with like 4 arms, like a hand on it. And you know, like 2 of the guys have to like hold the guy there, you know, so he'll actually get slapped, and then the machine just slaps him repeatedly.
Especially get on a battle royale going, you know.
Yeah, right.
Well, and there was one I think where like someone got their nose hair pulled out with pliers and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Try and stay
Yeah,
quiet
that's-
for that.
And then there was another I saw where they were supposed to stay like I think 24 hours in some school like gym.
Oh, I think you showed me this one.
Every so often, you know, like the I don't know, people doing this would come out and just do stuff to these people, like chase them down, and like sometimes, you know, they have like sticks and like, you know, they chase
Beat 'em
them down
up.
and chase them down, just like smack them in the ass like really hard.
Like a-
'Cause, you know, after they get smacked, these guys are like rolling
like a
on the
cane
ground.
stick, like a
Yeah.
bamboo stick.
And you know that they do this and then they run back.
Then some bummer guy comes out and usually gives him food.
You know, or you know, sometimes it's like one guy and he'll just go catch one person and do this to him and then run away.
There was a
It could
show
be
too
re-
back in the day. It'd be on at like 4 in the morning called People's Champion, where they take
Yep.
like random people off the street. Like they do contests, like who has the heheaviest booger. Like yeah, take his nose and then they'd weigh it. One was like, how far can you throw a computer monitor out of a 3-story building? One was like a bowling ball, like you throw it down like a dragway and so you can throw it the farthest. And then they get like a championship like trophy, and you know they have like the big like cheering confetti and all the hot chicks around them at the end. It was like funny, man.
That sounds awesome.
That'd be,
Yeah,
that'd
it's
be
pretty
great.
It was on at like 4 in the morning though, so it really last long.
We really need to get more Japanese game shows here in America because our game shows and whatnot are just
But
really old.
keep
Yeah,
them
like, what
Japanese
happened
and
to
just air
Double
'em
Dare?
here.
That's still on like throwback Nickelodeon, I think, sometimes, but
well,
it's all a
And
rerun.
honestly, I'm like Americanized versions of those shows. They did like just import them here. Give us like
Yeah.
someone dubbing over it, just explain what's going on. That'd be
Like
fun.
No, it's-
MXC.
I was
Subtitles.
thinking more like,
MXC!
Yeah.
That's the best
I was thinking
show,
like
dude.
Ninja Warrior, like they have just some guy kind of dubbed over saying, "Okay, this is what's going on," and then they just have all the Japanese talking in the background with subtitles.
But they do actually have an American Ninja Warrior now,
yeah,
too.
they do.
Yeah, I don't like that as
No.
much.
No.
Good.
What was that
It's
show
not good.
too where like it was a Japan one where they have the subtitles and then it looks like you just random people on the street can just enter it and you do like obstacle courses and like
Well,
one
like,
guy
100 people.
yeah, one
Yeah.
guy was like this guy that's been on pogo sticks for like 40 or on stilts for like 40 years. Like he's like it shows like a documentary of him really quick before he starts. He's like eating his breakfast on like a table he made with stilts. Like and he like walks to work on stilts. He does like everything with stilts. It's weird.
It's actually more fun to watch some of those shows in Japanese without any dubbing, without any subtitles, because you're just trying to follow along what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Because I had some Japanese friends in grad school, and they would just download these from the internet and just watch them all day. And I just like, it was hysterical watching them.
Yeah.
Or you can just make up your own story, like the guy
Right.
on stilts. He had some terrible accident when he was a child that cost him his parents, and so now he has to walk on stilts because his parents drowned in a flood. So now he walks on stilts, so he'll never drown in a flood. You
The
know?
Bruce
Like,
Wayne
just
of
make
stilts.
just make your own backstory.
That actually reminds me of the time I was in Japan, and yeah, I was actually in Japan, and I was this host family, and they were just watching TV, and one show came on. It was the new Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, which is what's 5Ds, the one where they run the motorcycles.
Okay.
And I just followed along trying to figure out what's going on because, first off, they're playing cards I've never seen before. Second off, it's card games on motorcycles. I have no idea why they're on the motorcycles. They're just there.
Yu-Gi-Oh! On
Yeah.
motorcycles.
So I'm just kind of sitting here following, like, okay, no idea what's going on or why they're on the motorcycles. It's cool looking. I mean, it looks cool, but I just don't get why all the stuff's
Hey,
going
an
on.
explosion, sweet.
Right? It's like Speed Yu-Gi-Oh! You play and you have to beat the opponent before you crash into the wall.
But I also did see for the first time Soul Eater when I was there. I think that premiered when I was there too, and that was really cool looking. I actually followed along with that because I think I actually had subtitles for some reason.
Shout out Japan.
Shout out
You know,
Japan.
I remember when I was there, because I was there as well, but on the TV...
At the same time.
Yep.
On the TV, you know, my host family, The Matrix was on. You know, I'd seen it before, I knew it, but I couldn't really focus and pay attention to, you know, people talking or anything, because it had you know, like the English going on, but at the same time,
Japanese
it had Japanese. No, audio.
Oh, really?
No subtitles. Japanese and English audio both at the same time.
How can you do that?
And, like, you know, you could kind of just listen to the English, but it was kind of difficult.
That's the
And,
crazy
you
thing
know,
about that language.
In a way, you know, it makes sense because if you listen to it a lot, then you're gonna learn. You know,
Yeah.
that's how they say this line in English. But at the same time, you know, if you're just trying to pay attention to the movie, you get so lost sometimes. Because you know, I'm like, they're talking Japanese. Where'd the English go?
Japan English.
I could not begin to figure out how that works.
Yeah, I would not be able to focus.
Like, what's the point of that? Can they actually make that out too? That's pretty bizarre.
I guess.
It's like
I
bilinguals
was
can
trying
understand
just
it.
To make out the
Yeah.
English,
That is
and
how
I
they
couldn't.
learn English. Actually, a lot of Japanese people only know the script of The Matrix. Just saying.
It's pretty popular.
There's a recited line.
Long Johnny Depp is popular there too. So
It's like, where do you plan on going? I plan on going down the rabbit hole.
The
Oh,
rabbit
take a
hole.
give me the pill.
I want to go to the rabbit
Wait, you mean
hole.
the keys? Yes, give me the pill.
Give me the pill.
I
Do you
will- I
want
will
to
jump-
eat dinner? I have to save Trinity. What?
I will jump the gap.
Give me
She's the guy who's like, I don't trust him.
I know kung fu. Just, well, you're Asian.
Actually, it'd be karate because it's Japanese.
Get it right, man. Get
Yeah.
it right. So what else we got to talk about here?
Well, I think we probably should start winding down so we can get recorded on some of the other projects we're doing today. So,
Okay.
so yeah, thanks for listening. If you want to tune into us anywhere else, you could also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Steam, Google+, YouTube. All of it's going to be E-Vac Station.
Shout out to the E-Vac station.
Shout out to the E-Vac Station.
Shout out to social media whores.
And shameless self-promotion.
Shout
So,
out to Sean.
Sean McGee's a comic.
So once again, this is Aaron,
This is Sean.
Catherine.
Russell.
Mike.
Steven.
and thanks for listening.
Fuck up.